Hello everybody, and welcome back to another playthrough of Seaside Fashionista, the story event from Tokyo Afterschool Seminars. Let us return to the main screen and proceed. So, where we last left off, we actually finished the side section of both Zabania as well as Wakantanka, and they're rather unrelated to each other, but essentially, Arachne was able indeed to successfully craft them some clothing based on their request. Let's go ahead and cue in for the next story part, episode 4. We'll also be doing episode 5 as well, so that's probably going to be around 6 different parts in total, 3 for each episode. Alright, let's proceed. Yo, Prisma, welcome back. Let's just put on some music while we're doing this. Hopefully the sound is about good. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, in summary, Wakantanka wanted some clothing to, I guess, reflect what he wanted in the end, which was, it ended up being manifesting as sportswear, but in a way, it was intended to be date clothing. He wanted to showcase that to the person that he had special feelings for, which was us, of course, because we're the protagonist. In his mythos, he actually loves everyone, but he's actually unsure about our feelings for us, and that makes us unique, and he wants to sell those feelings through a date, which is why Arachne prepared him some clothing that fit his sort of chic, and would also be appropriate for date clothing, some sports casual. And for Zvania's story, we also learned about his, I guess, stalwartness when it comes to him trying to maintain his duties and sticking with doing his duties, but at the same time, Arachne also identified some sort of passion within it that was subdued. So Arachne invented a new set of duds for him for a new task that was assigned for him, which was being a priest that would marry people together. And Arachne supposedly combined those two things: his I guess, stalwart obedience towards completing his duties versus his inner passion that is within. Oh, here we are. One day in Kabukicho, Shinjuku, Tetsuya is just finishing his usual patrol around the Kabukicho Guild's portal and is now head back towards his home turf. It's a loop he's become accustomed to, walking in and day out, like a fish swimming in circles in a water tank. No matter how many partners, juniors, or other acquaintances he sees come and go, Tetsuya consistently spends his days repeating the self-same routine. So, it seems that for this episode, or this stream, we'll be doing Suzuka most likely first in episode 4, and then Amatsumara in episode 5. This time, however, his routine is interrupted by the phone in his pocket ringing unexpectedly. He checks the name of the incoming caller, then immediately wrenches his face as if he's just eaten a bug. The Summoner's Guildmaster, huh? Ahoy, hoy. Yeah, this is Tetsuya. What's up? The other day? Oh, you mean in that shop at Tokyo Mode Collection? Come on now. There's nothing to apologize for. Or just as much to blame for escalating that whole situation. Is that all you called for? Wait. What? You want to visit us on our turf? What for? Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, alright. I get the gist of it. Well, come on out then. I wouldn't mind. I guess. But if I let you do this, then we're all square. You got that? That brings things all even Stevens after this. And you better not think about riling my mates up into a fight. You know how well that'd go. That means no Kengo, okay? I'm serious. Don't think for 1 minute I'm going to let my guard down. I'm not like the others. Your charms don't work on me. I'm not like other girls. You're not to be underestimated. I know well to be on my toes around you. Is that all? Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. Peace. After ending the call, Tetsuya's scowl finally begins to give way to his unusual blank expression. He lets out a sigh. In his mind, he begins wondering why the rest of the world won't just leave Kabukicho alone, and sighs even deeper. It's true, Kabukicho actually ends up being in the crossfires alone, even though the outlaws tout themselves as a guild that doesn't get involved. Yo, Azinu, welcome back. I started a few minutes early, but you're not missing much. Essentially, the Summoners just gave Tetsuya a call, or the Summoners Guild Masters, which would be us. It's weird we're doing their calls like that. So, obviously this episode's gonna be about Suzuka then. Kabukicho is his refuge, his bubble. He decided long ago to hole himself up there, distancing himself from the rest of the world in order to find some solace amid all the craziness of Tokyo. But there have been a lot of disturbances lately. In order to prevent his Kabukicho from changing, he finds himself with little choice but to interact and deal with outsiders. And it's specifically his responsibility. His cohorts mean a lot, but most of them are either too bloodthirsty for diplomacy or actively seek to retire from society altogether. Like that mood. Neither would be particularly well suited to handling a fashionista seeking to make amends for blowing her gasket a few days ago, but she just leaves them to take care of it. Man, this blows. It's situations like these that make dealing with the outside world such a pain, Tetsuya thinks to himself. He and his crew chose to turn their backs on the laws of the outside world and live as outlaws, but even outlaws have their own codes to obey. Life is simple in Kabukicho. One's emotions are amped up in competition, with the victor decided through honorable, clean combat. It's a way of life Tetsuya can easily grasp. It makes sense to him. He wouldn't be able to bear anything to survive anywhere else. Outsiders are always reluctant to put things in black and white. They hide their true feelings, bending the rules to give casual observers a false sense of peace and harmony. That's why Tetsuya considers himself a man of few words, since words just don't cut it most of the time. They mask the speaker's real emotions, causing them to fester and grow. Seriously, why can't we just be left alone? He can't help but mumble his misgivings with frustrations as he toys around with his pocket knife. All he wants is to be left alone so he can live life the way he desires. But the outside world just won't afford him such privilege. And the worst part is, can't help letting it get to me. What's the matter, Tetsuya? They say sighs are a vessel for positive energy to escape from the body, you know. Tsukuyomi, having picked up on Tetsuya's foul mood, is on him like a snake, unwilling to let this frustrated man escape without some sort of explanation. Do you still like slash use Tsukuyomi at Ayrton? My tag now is at Ayrton official, remember that. But I never particularly liked him. I kind of just seeded him because he was necessary for coin grinds. There wasn't really much choices back then in terms of grinding. Luckily, LifeWonders has released just a whole birth of units that were intended for the express purpose of grinding and not challenge quests. Despite this unwanted social call, Tsukuyomi is the acting leader of the Outlaws, so Tetsuya tries to play it cool, reacting with less vitriol than he might have shown anyone else. King of Night, why must you hound me so? Do you enjoy watching me suffer? How many times must I remind you to keep your stinking hot breath off my neck and stop sneaking up on me? Oh dear, my apologies, Tetsuya. I promise I've been making efforts to respect your personal space. I'm just so used to others wanting my company and appreciating my meddling. And as they say, old habits do die hard. I'm not so certain I'll ever quite comprehend the desires to push away a helping hand. Perhaps I'm simply a nosy person. Oh, you're something, right? But whatever. Honestly, you didn't do anything wrong. I'm just jumpy, is all. See, you saw that jump. So I see. Is something the matter? You look as though you've swallowed a bug. Though, to be fair, that's how you always look. It's just a certain you-know-who. Nothing to worry about. How are things coming along with the opening? Everyone's working hard, of course. It seems like the pieces are all falling into place, and we remain on schedule. Well, just remember, you're the one in charge here. You better not keep counting on us to pick up your slack. You got that? Despite his friendly, flamboyant image, Tsukiyomi, Kabukicho's King of the Night, is known to be shifty, indolent, conniving, and generally incorrigible. In other words, the perfect outlaw. And that perfect outlaw, finding Tetsuya's admonishments both unconvincing and strangely hilarious, suddenly bursts out laughing. We're talking about a communal space designed to provide the utmost service toward your customers, are we not? A stage where only the finest of nights can be experienced, and the finest of dreams are sure to come true. Of course, I'm taking every measure to ensure it's ready for opening, and I should hope you are as well. There's no I in team. Sadly, that does mean that you and the others may need to pick up my slack, as you say, to ensure the new venue's success. Ugh, come on, man, you're killing me here. Enough is enough already. You can't keep volunteering us for your pet projects. The situation is what it is. It's up to us all as a group to make it shine. And for my part, I can only promise to provide the customers a night they'll never forget, in which all their dreams come true. My skills are limited to the comforting of those lovely poor souls who's lost their way, just for that one single night. Is he a Juggalo? The worst part is, despite being a lazy good-for-nothing who sleeps all day, your business always somehow succeed. I knew I could count on you. You're such a good boy, always praising me even in your anger. You're so irresistible. Those words are clearly meant to get a rise out of Tetsuya, throwing him off his guard a bit, and for better or worse, they do their job well. Tetsuya leaps out of his seat indignantly, waving his hand in front of his face as if to waft away Tsukiyomi's cologne in disgust. Save the sweet talk for your customers. You keep pulling that kind of crap on me and I'll... Outlaws Host Club. Did you watch Oran? Do what exactly? Inquiring minds want to know. It's plain to see which of these two is playful and which is the plaything. And Tetsuya is in no mood to entertain Tsukiyomi's suggestive whims right now. Whatever. Now, that designer I told you about the other day is coming our way. I expect you'll be sleeping, but I figured you should know. The one with Suzuka, Tetsuya and Ibaraki got into that little scuffle with. I take it she's coming along with a certain someone. Is that your you-know-who to which you referred a moment ago? That's right. It was his idea. I do hope we'll be able to discuss business with him, and he'll come see the new club. Tetsuya grunts in anger, air puffing from his nose like a bull's. Not only is Tsukiyomi the acting guildmaster, but he's also a shockingly good businessman, despite always being asleep. This annoys Tetsuya to no end, so without another word, he turns his back to Tsukiyomi and leaves in a huff. I say. Tetsuya, your fuse is as short as ever. You're always intimidating those around you, hiding your weakness and hesitance behind a veneer of toughness. Alright, come then with the character descriptions, Tsukiyomi. This isn't his event. Lose just that one trait, though, and you'd be the spitting image of someone else I once knew. Probably talking about us, or some past life. I don't know. They never really explained in Chapter 12. Man, now that's sound effect. Episode 4. What's wrong with perfectionism? But yeah, they never really explained what in Chapter 11 when Tsukiyomi was relevant. Or was it 10? But 11 and 12, Tsukiyomi's sword is the same as ours, and that's never really explained. It's 9 o'clock in the morning of the 4th day of your ventures with Arachne. The two of you head to Kabukicho and Shinjuku to meet with Tetsuya, as arranged. I had a sour breakfast and even took a light roast coffee. I am feeling quite listless this morning. It takes only a few minutes to reach Kabukicho from Shinjuku Station, but Arachne is already looking like she's worked a full day's shift. Did she get enough sleep? Don't tell me you're up all night. Whoa, watch your step, gotta be careful. Oh, come now, sweetie. I'm not in such dire straits as that. I even arrived at a rendezvous a half hour early. It's kind of sad how she was only late for Tsutagwa. I've been busy with my tailoring, so I have precious little time for sleep. But as they say, sleep is for the weary. After finishing one outfit, I always teem with inspiration to start the next. How can I sleep when my mind races so? I just wish the sun were not so bright. Has it always been so bright? That question raises many concerns. Hey, please don't overexert yourself, okay? False bravado is still bravado, I guess. Thank you for concern, honey. But I swear to you, I'm at maximum energy efficiency right now. You yourself must have experienced this before, no? Sometimes excitement turns fatigue into pure energy. That is precisely why I am experiencing right now. I have enough inspiration to fill the entire ocean. Enough to... what am I even saying? Let's just forget about the fatigue for the time being and focus on the task at hand. We shall arrive in Kabukicho at any moment. Such a unique atmosphere this place has. Huh, you've been here before. Doesn't scare you. The Kabukicho Guild can be intimidating. I've come here a few times to observe different fashion styles. I like to sit and do rough sketches of passerby. I've come on business a few times as well, of course, though I have not been here enough to become familiar with the area. There's no surprise here that the argumentative girl is from Kabukicho, though. Her style matches the town so perfectly. But you know, what if? Never mind. It would be better to inquire with them directly. Yo, Joe. I'm just here to say hello. I can't stay for long. You know, family problems and stuff. I did not know that. I hope things are resolved for that, if they can be resolved. But take care, Joe. Have a good rest of your day. The two of you soon come across a darkened side road. Arachne shows no hesitation whatsoever in trudging down it. You follow behind her and marvel at how dark it is despite being midday. Arachne remains unperturbed, however, and her bravery rubs off on you as well. What's that? Arachne rubbing us off. Oh, amazing! I'm impressed every time by how densely arranged these buildings are. They're all fit together like puzzle pieces. Like drawing blackout curtains on a sunny day, they remove all sense of time, with only slivers of light breaking through. The building tell Kabukicho's history, sewn together into a patchwork quilt. Do you need a rundown of the situation? Remember, they said no fights, so don't go picking any, okay? I have been before, so I do not expect there to be any problems. You need not be concerned. But I must say, everyone always looks so fabulous in these shops. Oh, their clothing is all so loud and so shiny. Also Stan Arachne. For real. I wish I could do her voice justice. She's like one of the best voice actors in this game. Or at least the best job done, I would say. Look at all the lame, the sekins, and the tattoos. And so many frills, laces, and beads, all in gold and silver. This beautiful attire reflects each person's individuality. In many ways, Kabukicho is Tokyo's locus of personal style. I will never tire of coming here. It's like a never-ending cross-cultural fashion fair. Arachne can't help but lose herself in a moment, growing more animated and melodramatic with each passerby she sees who happens to be wearing something wild. Though she's familiar with the environment and knew what to expect going into it, her response is automatic. It's practically instinctual at this point. The fashion here is as sharp as a drawn knife. Everyone is dressed not just to the nines, but to the tens and elevens. This alternative crowd of ne'er-do-wells is not afraid to go over the top and parade their boldness for all to see. Appearances are everything here. Your presence alone must speak for itself. I have much respect for defined counterculture. Oh, I do believe I just caught a glimpse of that girl Suzuka over there. Look at the people over there too. All of them, hiding their weaknesses behind an air of defiance and hostility. Shh, not so loud. Or maybe keep that to yourself. You're going to get us in trouble again. Oh my gosh, couch meme! We're acting the couch meme. The hell you just say? Suzuka and us ain't no weaklings here, I hear. You got guts. And all you got the fancy words coming out of your mouth, Virus. Weakness is defiance, hostility. Someone's ought to teach these jokers a lesson about how you really do things around here. Oh, mon dieu! I think you have misunderstood me. I'm not allowed to express my impressions of Kibicho. Got regular arachne, fine. Oh, it gets better, Joe. My words were meant as flattery, I assure you. Not as insults. Right, Arthur? Honey. You're a real provocation. Next time, maybe think before you speak. Things here turn into a brawl real easy. You act like I'm purposely trying to get us into a fight. But that is not the case, I assure you. I simply speak my mind and say what I am feeling. Yet I'm always met with anger and... Oh, I see. Had an epiphany, did you? You don't want to get caught up in this. There's still time for you to turn around and walk away. It ain't any fun to beat up any cowards anyhow. But I never would have gotten this far in my life and my career if I gave into intimidation tactics. I've come here to complete the last part of my assignment. There's no way I can turn back now. You think we're just gonna let some normie outsider talk down on us and get away with it? I was hoping it wouldn't come to this. Why does this always have to happen here? Somebody help us, please. Anybody? My dad has a similar problem when it comes to not thinking before he speaks. Stop right there! Don't you dare lay your hands on them. The bell is for part 2. Yo, Dune, welcome. Nice to see you again. I come to check out what all the commotion is about, and of course I run into you, knucklehead. Suzuka! Your timing is impeccable and your chest is flat. Wait, knucklehead? Really? Thank you, Suzuka. Love you so much. What? You can't just go around throwing out that word willy-nilly like that. Do you even understand how big of a problem that can cause? Well, do you, Ayrton? You better take responsibility. We'll discuss this later. Over text. Oh my god! Not impressive. Get that? Okay. Moving on. Suzuka's so cute. She made me want to squeal too. I don't usually do that. Oh my god, fucking Suzuka. You know, the spider lady girl boss Gaslight. She was throwing shade on us and talking about her clothes, or lack thereof. Do I have to repeat myself? I said back off. Yeah, alright. Sorry, boss. Suzuka glares menacingly at the group of young ogres until they reluctantly scatter. He's just standing there, menacingly. Tension's now cooled. Suzuka's scowl softens, leaving her with a flat expression. She gestures behind her with her thumb toward the building with numerous storefronts. Come on, follow me. I'll hear what you have to say at our office. No more funny business, though. I won't let you off the hook again. I know she just saved us, but I cannot help but shudder to think of this office she speaks of. Are we not in danger? We will be, if nothing else, at the mercy in this mysterious office. What are you dawdling for? Let's get a move on. Or do you want me to just leave you in this alley? Is it okay to follow her? What do you think, Arthur? Girl, you literally walked into a dark alleyway in a very shady part of town. You'll be fine at this point if you think that's fine. Don't worry, we can trust her. She's intimidating, but she won't harm us. Maybe just a bit of scissoring. You're right. We came here to meet with these people after all. Yeah, were you expecting to instead meet them in a shady alleyway? Like, for real. Let's follow her and see this through. Oh wow, that's a short part 1. Holy crap, why is my music at that high? Sorry. It used to be at 65%. Anyway, sorry for blasting your ears. Let us proceed. We will now do episode 4, part 2. Let us proceed. I actually had to restart my computer like 15 minutes before the stream began. There was something weird with OBS and the stream capture that I was doing that had prevented me from actually capturing or having both in focus at the same time. So I need to restart that to fix it. Don't really know what the issue of that is, to be honest. But as a result, the volume there got reset. Man. I suppose it could be a bit louder. It's a bit quiet right now. Yeah, I think that's fine. I wonder if we'll learn anything about Suzuka's backstory. It seems more like we're learning more about herself as a high school student, which is a unique take. Isn't she supposed to be like an Oni there, though? Or an Uyghur? Just like the rest? And yet, somehow, she's also like an actual schoolgirl age sometimes. I don't really fully understand that. Maybe if she actually is a native of Tokyo. I don't fully understand if she's actually a reference to a mythological character or not. But, you know, I'm happy to see this side of her. Very chill. See, Arachne, what did I tell you? Tetsuya, can you try to break the ice? Suzuka, you seem cheesed. Cheesed? Is that like some kind of slang? Where even are you pulling that from? You're actually enjoying this, aren't you? Having someone else cause all the trouble for a change. Kind of, actually. Well, I know it was Tetsuya who agreed to let you come here, so stop making noises, Tetsuya, and freaking say something. I believe I already told you over the phone not to cause any troubles. So what do you have to say for yourself, Guildmaster? Goes with me. Arachne, you have to apologize too. Hey, I didn't do anything. I'm innocent! Whatever. Let's just get to the topic at hand already. In main quest and in Setsubun, you saw her backstory. She wants to leave it behind. I see. I remember in Setsubun, it's mostly Takamaru's backstory, though, and was him being shook from Suzuka for some reason. But I don't specifically remember the details about Suzuka's. The other day, my crew came and caused a fuss at your power shop. That wasn't us, and we owe an apology. Isn't that right, Suzuka? Yeah, that's right, Tetsuya. And that's why I let them come here, because they said they wanted to discuss the situation with you. So, that's my part done. The rest is up to you. Oh, thanks, Tetsuya. Really appreciate it. First order of business. Payback. That is not what we agreed on. You best keep your distance. Remember, we agreed there'd be no trouble. You briefly tried to approach Tetsuya, but he swiftly raises his foot and holds you back with a soulless shield. That's very delinquent of him. I can keep telling the King of the Night, I'm not one for close quarters anything. So back off or I'll back you off. Alright, look, this was can go too. Don't know what's up with you. Not that he'd be hard to grab a hold of though. But that's not here nor there. Okay, I think I get the idea. And yeah, it was definitely my big mouth that started this whole thing. It was our side that allowed things to get out of hand. Absolutely no denying that. So we'll cooperate with as much as we can. Let's see if we can't make some kind of deal here. Considering where you are, you can't help but being a little shocked and perhaps suspicious of this current display of magnanimity. Arachne, however, takes it much more in stride, with a sharp and commanding sense of resolve. Apology accepted. I'm so glad you understand where we are coming from. So, how about commissioning me to make your custom-tailored outfit? This seemingly out-of-the-blue suggestion catches Suzuka completely off guard, given the serious and apologetic tone of the discussion leading up to it. Are you talking to me? Why would you want me, of all people, to commission new clothes from you? For a task I have been given, and also contribute toward my pursuit of the latest, most cutting-edge attire. So, what can I design for you? There's no need to be shy. What kind of mode have you always dreamed of? What are you even talking about? What's a mode? You mean a la mode, like with ice cream? You're doing it again, Arachne. You're always diving in there. You gotta give her a proper explanation. What's this about a task? I feel like you've gotten us mixed in some trouble again. Oh, it is troublesome, but not like other events. It's more like just me doing what I want, to be sure. But trouble is, nothing to shy away from. A worthy challenge is most satisfying to complete. Though I must admit, it has been quite painful for me to leave my shop closed while undertaking this particular challenge. Yeah, the entire shop is supposed to, let's call it, it's a several-day event to be showcasing and selling things, and yet for like the past 2 or even 3 days, including this one, but you haven't had it open because you're focusing on helping other people with their own clothing. Bit of a shame, that. I didn't mean to trouble for you. I meant trouble for... forget it. Just think of something and get it over with, Suzuka. No need to spare too much gray matter on this. I do like Tetsuya's practicality. I don't know, I haven't really heard Tetsuya talk much. He usually shows up in like the main quest stuff and he's like, oh my goodness, there's some big thing happening. The game was just a loop all this time, we've been scanned. Oh my goodness, the Mahakala is like destroying all of Kabukicho. And it always cuts away from him when he says some shit like that. So this is the most rationally seeing him speak in English and talk about things revealing his personality. And I kind of like his personality so far. It's very practical and direct. And also, you know, knows how to read the air and all that too. Mindful of Suzuka's sensitivity and all that. Besides, there's gotta be something you really want to wear, right? Might as well take this chance while you got it. See? He's like politely and gently, but not forcefully, you know, encouraging Suzuka to take advantage of this. A new outfit, huh? I suppose I do have some ideas. Suzuka's mind momentarily drifts to the swimsuit she'd seen at Tokyo Collection and event, even though she quickly shakes this out of her head and continues pondering the question. The shrink suit. Okay. I want something that reflects me, like who I am, my way of doing things. I mean, it would be a waste to settle this score by asking you for something I wouldn't ever actually wear, right? What? What are you guys staring at? Did I say something weird? Let me ask you this, and I want your honest answer. What was it about my clothing that put you off the other day? Oh, that. Doesn't seem like any of the clothing there reflect my personality at all, you know? I want something that just perfectly suits me. Something that's quintessentially Suzuka. Sorry for the pauses, by the way. I think I got the hiccup something. Not this big word. There's something she's not saying. Wonder why. It's very unlike her. Something that is quintessentially Suzuki, you say? Alright. Duly noted. But would you mind divulging just exactly what that entails, sweetie? Well, because of my long history here, people speak to me like I'm an adult. But the fact is, I'm still in high school. Yeah, she's been emphasizing that a lot since speaking event. And I'm not living the schoolgirl life I always imagined I would, full of alternative trends and petty rebellion, and all that. That's why your clothes didn't really do much for me. They didn't speak to that sense of childish freedom, you know? I see, so she wants to indulge in her being high school girl. I think I understand. But what styles are you into? What are these alternative trends you speak of? You must have an image in your head. Perhaps it's an image taken from your popular online sources. The bikini again. I do hope the freedom you speak of is not tied to what others say is cool rebellious, but is in fact your own notion. For my idea of fashion goes far beyond the scope of whatever generic appeal you may find on the net. Artistic, yet functional, while at the same time challenging the very foundation of what attire means. That is the Arachne brand. My fashion is passion. Unveiling the best you is what I do. So if you're chasing after an ideal you learned from others or saw on a website, then you are but wasting my time. Therefore, I ask you again, what is this quintessential Suzuka? What is it that you're hiding? Why don't you shut up and listen instead of soapboxing? I guess you just don't understand what it means to be a schoolgirl. A schoolgirl's way of life is fierce and non-conforming. It's a jungle out there, disorder and confusion everywhere. Who said I was chasing after anyone else's image in the first place? Being a schoolgirl means putting your life on the line. A real schoolgirl demands only the hottest and edgiest things. What makes her go crazy with passion. She's really vibing with Arachne, huh? Your attire, on the other hand, is little more than self-indulgent garbage. Oh! You're just a no-name wannabe. No wonder you have to rely on friends to get people to notice you. Holy shit! Oh, is that so? Well, you're one to talk. By what means can you even begin to call yourself a normal schoolgirl? All I see before me is a good-for-nothing street rat. What did you just call me? You drop-out design school reject? Jesus Christ. The girls are fighting! Take out your video cameras. Neither one of them shows any signs of yielding to the others. Their arguments just grow more and more intense with each passing insult. Yikes. I can see the sparks flying. Tetsuya, do something. Tetsuya pulls out his camera and starts recording. And he seems unwilling to get involved in the meantime. He continues to watch and record in silence. Shall we start the all-sizing battle then? We can go at each other head-on. Won't that give you all your answers? You cannot be serious. An all-sizing battle cannot be fought under these circumstances. I'm surprised that you would even suggest such a foolish thing. As I have said before, I must understand what the client desires prior to engaging in battle. She already told you, though. Something's quintessentially her. I heard what she said, but that statement is simply far too removed from what I... Wait, that's it. Her words belie precisely what is hidden within her. I think you may just be onto something after all, Arthur. Honey. There's an underlying meaning in those words, a shadow lurking behind them. Of course, in order for me to clarify that meaning, we must engage in an all-sizing battle, just as you say. So, you want to fight now? Well, good. That'll make things a lot easier. I'll show you what it means to be a dangerously fierce schoolgirl. I wonder if they get along after this. Because of that AR, they seem to be pretty good besties. They seem to both complement each other as well as work off each other at the same time. And so Arachne engages in her third all-sizing battle of the week. However, this one differs considerably from the others. Looks like you're not all talk after all. You've got a real sharpness to you, and your movements are well practiced. You too are as agile as sewing scissors. It is positively exhilarating to fight you like this. Up till now, Arachne has taken the lead in every all-sizing battle she's initiated. Each one was predicated upon a tacit understanding that this battle was meant to reveal her opponent's inner truths that had heretofore been unseen. But this is not like those other all-sizing battles. This time, both she and her opponent have entered the fray with self-assertion at the fore. The battle migrates over to the street, becoming a spectacle that quickly draws the crowd. Oh yeah, we did move into the street, huh? I'm slowly begun to understand you. You flaunt your sense of leadership. But beneath it lies a deep inner fear of failing to live up to the expectations of others. That is where the shadow of your true self lies. Is that not correct? Emotional damage! A memory flashes within Suzuka's mind, and she momentarily flinches at the sudden thought. Understanding through battle girls can do it, too, yeah. But living up to one's person's expectations means failing to meet another's. Such is the way of the world. So, you're bound hand and foot to the expectations of others and suffer under the pull of those many chains. Am I getting warm? Maybe she doesn't feel like she can be fully commit to a schoolgirl as a result of her being this leader within the Outlaws. And so what if you are? What's so wrong with wanting to please others, There's nothing wrong with it. Are you trying to make fun of me or something? This is simply who you are. I merely seek to understand your quintessence, then I may fulfill your request. The clothing we wear is for others to see, yet it is no less important that we feel good about the fashion choices we make. Still, if pleasing others is truly such an integral part of you, then to betray that desire would render all for naught. You sure know how to flap that mouth. Are we gonna continue this fight or what? Come at me! Well now. Can't believe you were able to dodge that. You're really giving this your all, aren't you? But I've learned a thing or two about you as well. Oh? Is this finally Arachne explicit development? And from what I can tell, I'd say you're just as afraid of living up to expectations. Except in your case, it's your own. The clashing of swords and needle grow ever more rapid and ever more fierce. Is Arachne fighting with her needle against her sword? Oh my fucking god. It's quite peculiar to me that you have grown so weary of fighting and wish so dearly to become an ordinary schoolgirl. When all that awaits you, if you do it, is more expectations. Ones which are even harder to live up to or even define. You're one to talk. Hard to imagine you ever living in peace when you're always striving for an impossible ideal. You? You may be right, actually. You know, it's funny. You're so clumsy, so stubborn, so bad at living. It's almost like I'm looking at someone in the mirror. They're besties! They're scissor sisters. Not the training insults. They seem to be enjoying it, though. Scissor sisters for life. Will you show me more? What is the schoolgirl life you strive for? What petty rebellion do you think defines it? If you're trying to understand my essence, come at me with all your power and show me more of your own. What the? I was curious what all the commotion was, and here I find the lady who has insulted my clothing. Incredible. She's actually holding her own against Suzuka. Don't worry, Ibaraki, one day I'll get your revenge. Incredible is right. That desire must be living a double life to be down here fighting in the street like this. No kidding. It's almost like she's one of our own, the way she solves her disputes. That is true. Unusual. There's like no real conflict in this event in terms of like some big bad or something causing heinousness. It's rather just like Araki trying to fulfill a task that was arbitrarily given to her and character develop as a result. And yet somehow it leads to her fighting constantly. She does seem very well versed in our communication style. Seems to be having fun with it, though. They both do. Don't bring a sword to a needle fight. Well said, well said. This is how you settle disputes? I suppose they're pretty minded. Alright, let's cheer them both on. Why did you suddenly disappear? You don't know what you missed. Araki and Suzuka's fight continued to intensify, while more and more spectators continued to gather around, as if it were a street performance. Neither one of them shows any signs of giving up. It's as if each is waiting for the perfect opening to strike the decisive blow. More. Show me more, show me more. Show me more of the luminance that defines your shadow. Only if you show me that passion of yours. Show me how it moves that needle and thread. Isn't it about time we wrap this up? That's enough, you two. They seem satisfied. At your behest, the two of them finally put their weapons aside. And almost as if you were choreographed, they both simultaneously flash a wide, joyous smile. That's what I'm talking about. It's like I'm starting to see what you mean when you say unveiling the best you is what you do. I'm so sorry for saying such rude things about you before. I owe you an apology as well. My head is always so fixated on the future that I often forget about the past. But now, I am brimming with inspiration. So this time, perhaps you will allow me to request of you, Suzuka, the pleasure of designing you your next new outfit. I just realized she didn't have one of those flashes of inspiration with mid-battle that Wakan and Zubani did. Allow me to put into fabric your schoolgirl ambitions and your will to please alike. Would that be alright with you? Of course. But if you screw it up, I'm never gonna let you live it down. Hope you know what you're getting into. Scissor sisters. Incredible. It's like they're BFFs now. Oh, on another note, do you think you could also help me out with my workloads for the club? Our resident blockhead, Tsukiyomi, screwed them up, so that they could really use a little TLC. And of course. I'm happy to lend my aid. I think we'll have a good working relationship from here on out. I must ask though, despite mostly wrapping my head around this heart of schoolgirl idea I've bandied around, it is still something of a mystery what your basic style preferences actually are. My style? I mean, I like stuff that's cool and like sick. Fuck you, Suzuka. That doesn't sound very schoolgirlish. Why don't you give some examples? How about casual chic or librarian? Oh, you mean like an established real world style? Like what catches my eye in TV or in magazines? Yeah, go on, Suzuka. Tell us. You don't want to betray our expectation and let us down, right? Ouch! Hey, that hurts! You see Tetsuya? He's being a total homie again. He's like, what's it called? pacing everyone and letting them read the air and making them not say things. Yeah, I'm really liking Tetsuya a lot. Member for 6 months. Thank you for the 6 months, Prizza. Much appreciated. That's right. If you don't go show this lady your real fashion sense, your real fashion sense, she'll be able to. Wow! Hey, what'd I say? Tetsuya and Ibaraki yelp a bit as Gyobu and Tetsuya forcibly pulled them both away by their ears. No time for that, Ibaraki. There's a mountain of work we need to get done before the club opens. That's right, you savage brutes. It's time to get back to work. Go on and get! Bayara did not watch the next episode, and you got it because spoilers. Alright. Well, if you're heading out, then peace. Honestly, you're all less of a gang and more of a comedy troupe. Hard to take any of you seriously, she says with a happy smile. Tetsuya and Gyobu telling you to shut the fuck up. Yeah, for real. You're really good at reading the air. Anyway, Arachne. I guess you really need to know what kind of style I'm interested in wearing, huh? You want what you want. Hey, Suzuka. Tetsuya pokes his head out from around the corner and calls out to Suzuka. What is it? I just want to let you know, it's okay to go after whatever it is that you truly desire. G-string, bikini. Even if it means a total image change or something. I promise you won't laugh. Some of us might even get jealous, though. Well, that's probably not something you wanted to hear from a guy like me who's got nothing going on inside. But it is what it is. Just figured I should let you know. Is that supposed to be encouraging? Was he trying to give me a pep talk? They're all so pitiful, honestly. That's why I always have to stand at the forefront and be the face of Capriccio. But, yeah, I mean, I can't very well let them down either now, can I? Could we discuss this in private, please? Arachne. Ooh, Lady Scissoring! I'll make sure to tell you exactly what I'm looking for to help express both my schoolgirlishness, my schoolgirl's charms, and my dangerous wiles. That's okay by me. Shall we be off then? Sounds like I'm not invited. It's between them, though. You two have fun now here. Have fun with those scissors. Wait a second. I actually do want you to come too, Arzon. Wait, really? No. I mean, maybe. What, really? I thought I already played my part. It's running too sweet a sorrow. Don't be an idiot. I really need your help, since I don't trust my ability to convey what I want with words. I just don't want the crew to hear, you know. I've got a reputation for Leecher syndrome. Communicate with someone who's not as familiar with you and your current circle of friends. The others can never truly understand a schoolgirl's peculiar sense. You, on the other hand, seem perfect for the situation. Do I really channel that schoolgirl energy, Suzuka? So I'd like to have you along for a second opinion of sorts. Well, alright. Count me in, Suzuka. I'm happy to make you even cuter. I thought I told you not to be an idiot. Don't make me regret asking you. I mean, don't get the wrong idea either. I just want a fellow high schooler's opinions. That's important, you know. You don't mind, do you, Arachne? I mean, you came here together with him. So I assume it's fine, right? Of course I do not mind. You're talking about my photographer/assistant/professional advisor, after all. Where I go, he may always come to. I would have it no other way. So, shall we get to it then? The three of you spirit off to a remote corner of Shinjuku. There, you begin to exchange your three separate viewpoints in a long and heated discussion. The intensity leaves you drained, warranting frequent breaks for food, and just to play around is all. You consider the day well spent. Then before you know it, it's the dead of night, with dawn fast approaching. That's a very cute way of building their friendship. It wasn't just a flash of inspiration. Rather, it was both of them opening up to each other, and now they're even going to talk even more about the finer details. I do not know that they got along so well. I do wish I could see more Arachne and Suzuka interactions, if that's how they're like. Alright, episode 4, part 4. Let us proceed. Actually, maybe that AR depicts exactly that. The AR between Arachne and Suzuka. Maybe it's depicting them talking about the fashion design right now. Mon Dieu! You absolutely melted my heart with that one. Okay, me next. I call the next song. You may sing and dance along. Oh, are they at a karaoke bar? Or a mixer? Wait! What? Where are we? I assume this is Kabicho. This not... The Atlas? Oz Alphas? Did she pass out? I remember borrowing a boutique in Kabicho and having a heated debate with Zuko while, altering her outfit. And after we finished, we headed out for karaoke, but then after that... After that, I remember nothing. Oh, I guess she had too much to drink. Well, good morning, Arachne. Or good afternoon, I should say. You slept like a brick. And you sounded like a wet flesh clapping hard surface with Suzuka. Oh, is it that late? Would you mind explaining to me what exactly happened last night, honey? I'll field that one. You see this child here? You recently signed up with Suzuka to adopt it. Seems you used to party pretty hard last night and fell asleep in the dumpster. The dumpster? Oh my fucking god. I found you there this morning while on patrol. I figured it best to bring you back here to rest on your sofa. Jesus Christ. No alcohol references, but they definitely drunk. Oh my goodness. I offer my humblest apologies for being such a burden. And to you as well for getting you involved in this mess, Arthur. Sweetie. Hey, it's getting off my back. I had a lot of fun. And I had permission to stay out late. Ah, très bien. But now, back to our benefactor who delivered us to safety. Might I ask, who are you, kind sir? That's a question even LifeWonders doesn't know how to answer. My name is Merchosios. I've been tasked with providing security services for this shop and its immediate surroundings. Suzuka requested that I pass this written message along to you upon your awakening. Now then, it is about time that I provide my ward with his snack. Would you like to join us for some muffins? Me poorly attempting a Spanish accent for the first time. Do not mind if I do. I shall never say no to a muffin. In that case, I'll prepare a spot of tea as well. I'll be just a moment. That blueberry muffin was delicious, and perfectly balanced as well, with plentiful berries. You are quite the gentleman. I cannot remember the last time I was treated so kindly with a veritable stranger. Afternoon begins to transition into evening as you leisurely enjoy your tea time with Merchosius. As the sun sets, a refreshing breeze begins to blow through Kabukicho. Arachne stands up and stretches her back. She still doesn't quite seem to have fully woken up. With her droopy eyes, she gazes out at the town. I cannot believe we pulled an all-nighter out on this town, Kabukicho. It speaks to the bond Suzuka and I have formed. Scissor sisters forever. I do not remember the last time I went to karaoke before this. I typically turn down most invitations, even from classmates. Is that why you were absent during Chapter 12? It is hard to keep up with you two. I'm surprised we are out that long too. Had an amazingly fun time. Well, you were the life of the party, I would say. I thought you were going to outdo me, in fact. But instead you did me and Suzuka equally. It is nice to cut loose every once in a while. I have not had such fun in quite some time. So, shall we head to that new club Suzuka mentioned?
Hey, there you are. The club's right this way. We've been waiting for you.
Oh? Were you not also at my shop the other day? You are the chivalrous one. So this place is the place Suzuka wrote us about.
That's right. I hear the three of you had a real blast last night. Kabukicho's loaded with fun stuff to do, huh?
It was tremendous fun indeed. I feel like my horizons were expanded by the experience.
Well, if you're looking for Suzuka, she's just inside. Since your friends are hers and all, I'll go out and let you in.
Many thanks. I trust you have also heard that I was requested to design an outfit for the shop, no?
That's right. The order has already been placed, according to Suzuka. As I understand it, you're to make some little changes here and there to the uniform.
It is as you say, which is why I must get a good look at the facility's interior to get a proper feel of its atmosphere. Oh, is Arachne the reason why everyone has that fancy tux in the Outlaws? I remember all of them kind of getting a fancy kind of uniform generally around the same time, and it might have been because of Fashionista. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was because the level 60 challenge quest had them all wearing their fancy uniforms at that time. The clothes must match the establishment after all. Failing to do so would be an affront to Suzuka's good graces.
I hear you loud and clear. We got a doorman who will show you in just over there, so just follow his lead and you'll be good to go.
I guess they don't talk about expenses for these other ones because it's implicitly understood that they could afford it.
Looking forward to seeing what Suzuka and her no-good Nick cohorts can pull off in a place like this.
Oh, welcome, darlings. Welcome. I believe this is your first time in our fine establishment. Please, right this way. Oh, but if it isn't the designer from yesterday, and Ayrton to boot. That was a welcome indeed. But you're the front face of this club, are you not? You must be... what? You must be sure you look the part. Arthur compulsively fixes Ibaraki's color with precise yet slightly rough admonishing hand movements, as if lightly scolding him for his slovenliness. Oh, thanks. My apologies. As you say, I am this establishment's bouncer and greeter. But, as we are already open, please do keep your voices at a respectful level. Let's not make a scene here, alright? Oh my gosh, Gino! He's back from the dead to give us all a warm greeting.
It's always good to take one's job seriously, but when in a den of ogres, perhaps it's best not to prod so recklessly.
Hey, Shino! Looking mighty fine as usual, and totally not dead. How are things?
I'm most pleased to see you are in good health too, Arthur. A mangy cur like me does not deserve such kind regard.
Are you also a bouncer? As in, can I bounce on your belly? It's a shame you're not a host.
Oh, and why would that be? In these recent times of peace here in Kabukicho, I've been making a comfortable living with this manner of work.
I must say, your clothes have a very authentic style to them, albeit arranged to your taste. They are of the land of Wa, no? Only trouble is, they stand in stark contrast to the look of this club. I cannot help but comment on the mismatch.
You must be the clothing designer, Arachne. Ibaraki was talking about you. This outfit is indeed of my home and represents Kabuki style. I fail to see how it can be mismatched here in Kabuki-cho.
It does stick out in a club like this. Almost like you're hiding something.
Huh? Me? Why would I?
Oh? Quite the entrance. Wait, it just begins with the intro and that's it.
Hey now, give him a break, won't you? I'll have no commotion in my club, thank you very much.
What a weird cut.
Welcome to my castle, dear customers. But you're actually here on business, are you not?
Good evening, Tsukiyomi. Good evening, Mr. Number One Host.
Pardon me for the banal entrance. I'm sure you were hoping for something more entertaining. This here is a new addition to our entertainment domain, as it were. Personal appearance only seemed apropos. With that said, however,
Tsukiyomi turns to face Arachne. He gets down on one knee and puts one hand over his heart.
My captain, allow me to introduce myself. I am both this host club's owner and number one host. I am the king of the night, Tsukiyomi. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. What? What is this showy introduction, despite feeling such ambivalence from him? So many conflicting emotions.
It's my turn, he said. Yeah, it's my turn to have screen time.
You wear your true self so blatantly on your sleeve. Your shadow is like a coat, and yet it sparkles so brilliantly. That's because it's simply reflecting the brilliance that you radiate, my dear.
Ooh, the charmer.
Oh, I must, and I mean absolutely must, see you in my attire, mon chéri. Wait, what am I doing? That was a close call. I almost offered my work as tribute. I should introduce myself as well. My name is Arachne. I am a fashion designer. I heard much from you from Zuka. I knew you were the moment I heard. I looked into those daring eyes filled with loneliness. I heard business has been poor at your newly opened shop. I hope you'll enjoy your time here and that success soon find us both. Mon Dieu, what is this magical spell taking hold of me? Your shadow is so much more brilliant than what I am accustomed to.
What are you looking at? What's the matter, Tsukiyomi?
My apologies. It is impolite to stare. You're just too magnificent for me to keep my eyes away. I couldn't help but survey you. Please do forget me. By the way, Shino, why is it that you haven't changed into your uniform yet?
Called out.
It's not like you'd forget such things. Or are you embarrassed to be seen in it by a certain someone? My uniform isn't. Right now it's
So you are a host. Are you just shy because I'm here? I'd love to see what you look like.
By no means are you responsible for this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I will go change. But you may not like what you see. You may not like it, but this is what peak Shino looks like.
Shino pastes a stoic, resilient look on his face before heading toward a room at the back of the club. A few minutes pass. Oh, looking spiffy. Well, at least we know it's not actually designed by Arachne.
Whoa.
Shino reappears, looking like a completely different person.
I must admit, I do feel a bit ashamed. Please accept my apologies for having you lay eyes on this figure. The King of Night insisted that an outfit such as this be absolutely essential to the operation of the new club. Though I maintain that a bloodthirsty, mangy curse such as myself is not fit for entertaining customers.
Looking spiffy.
But I was talked into it, much like what happened with you at the tea house some time ago.
Okay, so this is in the same loop as that. This soup looks good, great on you, though. Pour me a tall glass of juice, will you?
I am your host of choice, then. If so, please allow me to be seated on the floor by your side. I will attend to your needs.
Attend to your needs as he kneels directly in front of you by your seat. All right, you certainly can attend to my needs. Hint, hint. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hello, godly rival. Shino is just proposing to give me a blowjob, but now we're going to continue with the story.
It seems I underestimated you, my new samurai friend. I simply adore this look. You look as proper as a sheathed katana. Please spare me your mockery. Such a manner of speech will only invite grave injury if left unchecked. Oh dear, suddenly I do not feel quite so safe. That's just one of Shino's finer points. He's humble as can be, but push his buttons and he'll bear his fangs.
I believe I've said before that the people of Kabukicho pride themselves on appearances. It's the true essence of this place. But yeah, to summarize Godly Rival, what you missed was, in general, we went over by invitation, or rather, they accepted our invitation to walk into their club for us to design Suzuka's outfit. And now we're here, like a couple days later, in their host club for some reason. Not entirely sure. We still haven't really fully worked out the details of Suzuka's new suit, but maybe it's being showcased here.
No, a close second would be the tendency for the folks here to conceal their true nature behind a stunning facade. Which is one of the reasons my business ventures achieves such success here, since we offer that facade at a premium. I suppose there must be some benefit to masking one's true feelings indeed, but that is not my style. As a professional designer, I will show you where that road leads, and will present you with a breathtaking alternative.
Tsukiyomi ponders Araki's statement for a moment, and smiles and nods his head in acknowledgement. He seductively motions with one hand, inviting you both toward an area deep within the club.
Allow me to show you around the establishment, my princesses.
Hey, you just called you a princess. Wait, was he talking to me too?
No matter the age or gender, anyone who comes to visit this land of night is a princess in my eyes.
Convenient way of saying they don't have gender-specific dialogue for this, depending on your choice. He flashes both of you a sly wink.
No, get a hold of yourself, Arachne. I have hardly even begun to experience the club, and yet I am already swooning. To think that they will serve drinks in this establishment to boot. Do remain on your guard, Arachne, sweetie. Or Arthan, sweetie. What? You are already intoxicated by the atmosphere. Please do not say such things. One of us must retain our wits.
You both continue to follow Tsukiyomi into the club's interior.
The exotic atmosphere of the club makes you feel as though you're entering another world. I must say, I do love the style of this place. It's so dazzling and sharp.
Yeah, this was one of the fancier backgrounds that they ever released. Before this background, it was like the event that was released was maybe a beach house, and they're okay. And before that was like festival and extravaganza, and that was okay. Essentially, most of the backgrounds before this event was they were kind of only okay at best. They got better ever since this event, though. It really is like another world. The lights have a real dizzying effect.
It is true, but I would be more worried if they had not gone for such an extravagant look. They want to make the customers feel glamorous, even more so than the employees. If they can make the customers believe they have entered into some exotic world, that will fulfill the task nicely. And this place was masterfully designed with that very intent. I am quite impressed by the designer's skill. Tsukiyomi nonchalantly and relaxedly motions for you and Arachne to approach, not flirtatiously, as he might with the customer, but with a more genuine look in his eyes. Like that of a business owner pridefully preparing to show off assets to a transaction partner. It is delightful to hear you praise our establishment, my princess. We have a truly distinguished aesthetic sense. I mean, it was us who complimented it, and Arachne was like, yeah, well, it's whatever. I may end up succumbing to your charms if not careful. Oh, stop it. I will not fall for your empty flattery. Empty flattery? My princess, surely you must be able to tell that my words come from the very bottom of my heart. You can just stop it right there, Kingdom Knight. I won't have you seduce those two. Not on my watch. You are just in time, Suzuka. I must admit, part of me is disappointed, but nice timing, nonetheless. Oh, she was hoping for it to go further with him. Sorry I'm a bit late. I overslept after a wild night yesterday. Oh, think nothing of it. I got plenty of pictures. I'm just thrilled to see you flaunt that charming kimono. Yeah, well, you know, my previous clothes got a bit wet from our previous night's encounter. And I have a good sense of what I am up against in this challenge. Suzuka looks pleased by Arachne's response. Well, this kimono does serve as one of my battle outfits. And we have a few customers who come precisely to see me in it. How can I let them down? I know just how those customers must feel. I am no expert in traditional Japanese wear, but you make me want to learn more. Yeah, this was an outfit that came with her on release. Or maybe it was released in Setsubun, I'm not entirely sure, but it's one of her fancier ones. Still, I do prefer her fashionista skin. Both her bikini as well as her tux. We're a little short on personnel, having just opened, so I was called in to help out. Don't know if it's because kimonos are rare to find in host clubs or what, but I usually get a ton of positive feedback in them. Since you're both here, why not take some time to enjoy yourselves? Everything's on me. Just this once. Apologies for the interruption. Ibaraki sent me to report that some hazers have just entered the establishment. I mean, yeah, it's she wants to feel like a cute schoolgirl wearing the latest fashion trends, while also flaunting her style. And I'm all for it. She pulls it off quite well. Like, even if she doesn't, she's flat as a board. You know, she's looking good as a very frilled up board in her bikini. Well, that's not good. I suppose they need to adjust this. Shino, your dad. Yeah, he's alive and well, at least said in one timeline. Hazers, is someone picking fights? Basically, yes. Hazers are what we call ne'er-do-wells, who act like confused first-time customers in order to cause trouble. All of the establishments owned by the King of Night offer services at a generously lowered price for first-time visitors. Obviously, we set up a promotion, such a promotion, hoping customers would return. But there are some who just take that chance to troll us. They make use of a discount to get in the door, then act as if they have a carte blanche to do as they please. Or is it coq blanche? Bouncing from host to host, ordering every discount item on the menu in absurd quantities, and acting rude all the way. In other words, they're entitled cheapskates. Every time that customer comes, we always wind up in the red. They're still a paying customer, however. We mustn't forget that. Confrontation, ill-warranted, should be kept to a minimum. Pisses me off, though. I'd be happier just to deal with dine and dashes, if I'm being honest. Belly! Hey, get me another drink, will ya? You know, for as new as this place is, it sure is full of old hacks.
Also, this drink is my freebie. You got that? Oh, that's not a problem. I'll purchase a bottle if I like it, I swear.
Oh, hurry up and bring me the next toast already. If I like this one, I'll be sure to request them next time I come. Although you are at the back of the club, you can clearly hear the brash demands of the customers in question. The Kabicha crew exchanges glances with one another, each of them unsure of the best way to handle this disturbance. This issue has obviously been troubling them for some time, and the loopholes being exploited by these trouble causers make an amicable solution difficult to come by. Aren't you gonna do anything? The King of Night should take a stand. Don't be stupid. The King of Night may be a lowlife himself, but he's the face of the club. It'd be a PR disaster. Yeah, that'd be true. I mean no disrespect you, Arthur, but that is the worst idea ever. I must confer with Suzuka. The King of the Night is this club's owner. He is lord of the castle. What kind of soldier would let their king fight their battles? Well, my face is red now. I'm usually just in the back sleeping. I do not deserve such high praise. We're not praising you, doofus. And if we sent you out there, we'd just be giving the hazers what they want. The good kind of king, of course. Is there a bad kind of king? You can't let them think they can go and hit the jackpot by being rude and banning. This is a business, remember? You can't give the customers special treatment if they won't pay for it. And sadly, the king here is a hot commodity. And yet, it is our duty to satisfy our customers. This is a task that won't be easily fulfilled. They're just spoiled from having gotten away with ripping off so many other clubs. But yeah, you're right. We can't ignore their needs. Our services have to meet their expectations, and they know it. So what you're saying is, we need to make a spectacular first impression, or we'll just be another feather in their cap. You have any ideas, Arachne? What can we do about those hazers? So you cannot disappoint the customers, but what would happen if you aimed well above their expectations? Sheena should just start pole dancing. I mean, what? Yeah, just stick that pole between all 7 of his nipples. What do you mean exactly? I've already shared my thoughts with Tsukiyomi, so now it is time to inject my mode into the very fabric of Kabukicho. So, Suzuka, please come here. I want to see your fierce schoolgirl powers used on these rowdy customers. I don't know where you're going with this, but sure, that's fine by me. You and I both know how important it is to live up to others' expectations, Arachne. Oh, that's a sudden fight. Just like whack them without warning. Yeah! Stop all your discounted stuff. Wait, what? Alright, I guess episode 4 has 4 parts. Alright, episode 4, part 4, let's go. Did the previous episodes also have 4 parts? Can't remember, but yeah, this one's kind of running long, huh? Still haven't even seen Suzuka's skin yet.
That's a rather long loading time. We okay, game? Oh, there it is. The game knew just the exact amount of time to slow down for me until I started complaining about it. Roughneck, who's speaking here?
Hey, what's the hold up? I thought I asked for another host. I'm tired of waiting. You want another bad review?
The hazers all click their tongues and feign disappointed grunts, whining like spoiled children. But they struggle to hide their mischievous grins on their faces. They are definitely enjoying this farce they've created.
We've still got plenty of services time left, don't we? So hurry up already. Chop chop. Unless your promotion was just a scam. Actually, we should probably get ready to start moving on to the next place. The staff might be catching on to us.
Yeah, let's just stay here a little longer. There's more clubs in Capicho. It's not like any of them are going anywhere.
Besides, this place is like a dream, isn't it? And it's so cheap.
All of a sudden, the lights are cut and the club is blanketed in complete darkness. The problematic customers attempt to act unfazed.
What's this? Are they getting ready to pull us on some kind of show? Shh, what are you saying?
Okay, you're trying to get a rise out of us.
We've seen the cell before. This place is such a bore. What is this? Expecting something more. Hey, that rhymed.
It certainly did. Ooh, overexposed. Suddenly, a spotlight clunks to life, immediately drawing everyone's attention toward the back of the club. Arachne soon steps into that light. Hello, Mina-san! And apologies for the abrupt entrance. I am a fashion designer. My name is Arachne.
What?
I've been on something of a tour for several days. First I stopped in Yoyogi, then Shibuya, and now I'm here in Kabukicho. So unlike the other two, she actually spent 2 days in Kabukicho because she got wild-ass drunk with Suzuka. In each place, I revealed one uniquely designed outfit, and now it is time to reveal my next great creation. So I hope I have successfully grabbed your attention. Get ready for Arachne's Gorilla Fashion Show! Music, start!
A gorilla fashion show in a host club. Hold on here.
Did I manage to surprise you? Rain not your little heads and keep your eyes on the stage. Our model this time is quite renowned throughout all of Kabukicho, despite being but an ordinary high school girl. She takes everyone's expectations to heart, resolving never to let us down. But that is boring, no? So this time, she'll be doing more than not letting us all down. She will bring us up. That is the theme I've chosen to weave into my newest creation. Take a look and judge for yourselves. Looking dapper. On this cue, Suzuka appears before the crowd, having changed from her kimono into a suit. The crowd erupts with hushed whispers of surprise and wonderment. But the shock isn't just limited to the customers. Oh ho. Damn girl, she knows how to pose. The goal is to make everyone take pause and be amazed at how far we have gone. In anything, it is always best to follow through and go beyond even the wildest expectations.
Suzuka! Ain't this way overboard for you? Never would expect to see you dressed like this, but you look way cool!
Amazing. Is that really you, Suzuka?
Is that one of the hosts? No, she's just a high schooler. Her charm is so extraordinary. Could she be?
She's wonderful.
Can we get over here?
Hey, you're not supposed to lose your cool, remember? But I can't look away either. Looks like I have your full attention. Let me give you a proper introduction to the newest outfit. Kabukicho is home to a peculiar sense of fashion. Flamboyance and ostentation thrive here, and charm flows like a river. A suit, much like the host who wears it, utilizes luster to entice. It can transform even the most vulgar miscreant. She fabs gaslight gatekeep girl boss for real. Well, it was mostly Arachne who was gaslit, but she's definitely a girl boss as well. The suit achieves its luster through the use of form-fitting elastic fiber, which is also resistant to wrinkling. Suzuka has always had expectations piled upon her, and she has always dutifully striven to line up each and every one. She has been wholly reliable to everyone she knows, never once letting them down. She is a woman of grand integrity. And yet... Arachne, what the heck is all this all about? You okay? I too have never failed to meet the expectations of others placed upon me. And yet... She'll never give you up, she'll never rush you down. Arachne, snap out of it! Arachne. Arachne turns to look back at you. She closes her eyes and takes a deep breath. My apologies. Please allow me to continue. Suzuka is a woman of grand integrity, but integrity alone is so dull. Living life is to meet others' expectations. So passé. If one is to do so, then one should strive not just to meet them, but to exceed them. And that is the intent of my entire. It is to exceed, and it is to give others the confidence to exceed as well. A demonstration, please, Suzuka. Show them the luster of a next-level host. Blow them boys wide and blow their expectations through the roof. Go get 'em, girl boss. Arachne's presentation style is a bit off from what would ordinarily be expected of a fashion show host. Her own insecurities and uncertainties are laid before for all to see. Suzuka's reactions to this unbalanced introduction suggest either a complete understanding of its subtext or none at all. So that's how you think of me, Arachne. You find it boring that I only try to live up to others' expectations of me? You want to challenge me to do better? Well, bring it on. I'll show you who's passé. I accept your challenge. Check this out. Suzuka struts directly up to Arachne and smacks her lips directly into hers. Sorry to have kept you waiting, princesses. I was a little preoccupied with the fashion show just now.
Holy! Is she coming this way? You can't fool us. We know you're just a schoolgirl. Well, look at her. She's prettier than any of these other hosts. She's got the same charm as the legendary Tsukiyomi. Get a hold of yourselves. We're the customers here. We're the ones who call the shots. We don't fall for the charade.
Nice to meet you. You can call me Boshi. I look forward to spending some quality time with you, princess.
Boshi, you say? Haha. Nice to meet you, too. What in the world? Is that really Suzuka?
I'm just as sprite as you are. Though she was never a duckling, she's definitely gone full swan on us now.
So true, Queen. It's like she's a different person. Way to go, Suzuka.
What bad luck she splashed with me. I didn't mean anything untoward, I swear. Well, go on then. Smile for the customers. Come, everyone. What do we say? We go give our promising new hostess some aid?
Leave it to me.
It's a vanguard's job to lead the attack, after all.
Just as you've arranged, come knight. I hope and sure this reward is graciously shared by all who seek it.
Oh, just look at this bottle. I'm sure you wouldn't mind enjoying it together with me now, would you?
Well, sure, but this one isn't discounted. And it's a bit pricey, isn't it? Huh?
But princess, This is my favorite bottle. I was so looking forward to having you try it too. Just think about it. You and I, sharing my favorite drink, enjoying the very same flavor as if we're exchanging a kiss. Oh. I mean, yeah, of course. How could I turn that down? One bottle, please.
Whoa. What are you doing? Do you have any idea how expensive that bottle is? Just one won't hurt. Besides, you heard what she said? A kiss. We got a bunch of coins saved up.
That is some real way of selling it. Way to go, Suzuka.
Very well. That's one bottle coming right up. We are very thankful for your patronage.
Oh, I just had a great idea. Let's have a toast to celebrate this encounter. Look, this bottle is perfect for the occasion.
No way. No. We already purchased one expensive bottle. If you don't get it, I will. It'll just be me and Eboshi toasting each other.
He sold it.
Wonderful. Here's all for your little celebration. Thank you so much, and have fun.
Alright, a special toast to having met these pretty little princesses of mine. Let's get around for everyone, no?
They're gonna run them dry.
Stop it! You're gonna outright bankrupt us in one night. But I can't say no to that smell. I just can't. I don't care anymore. I can take out the loans if I have to.
They get fucking screwed. This is great. This is gaslighting on another level. Gaslighting is not really expressing it to its full convenience, but yes, it's adjacent to that.
Oh, come on, Suzuka, what are you doing? That's dirty pool right there.
A full round for them, jeez. Actually, I need to read this. Special toast to these pretty. Let's go round for everyone. I thought they meant everyone as in those three, but maybe they actually mean everyone in the house.
I guess this is what the designer means by exceeding expectations. Is it okay for her to go this far, though?
Maybe you can trust Suzuka not to overdo it. You think we should call her back? What do you think, Arachne? Arachne's rules are non-alcoholic cocktail for a moment. Emphasis on non-alcoholic, even though she was drunk as dead last night with Suzuka or Arachne. Then nods at you.
There is no need to worry about Suzuka. Let us simply sit back and enjoy her mastery of hostessing, shall we? It's a shame. My princesses only ordered 2 bottles when I was looking forward to be personally giving them 3.
If coin's the problem, then fret no more. Pour a glass for everyone in this club. It's on me.
They're doing it themselves willingly.
Are you sure you want to go that far? It seems a little foolish to willingly start living off loans for this.
Don't worry about me. I'm your princess, remember? Coin is just a construct, you know. That doesn't mean anything. I'll take all the loans I need. Huh? You're an idiot. Just think for a moment, will you? Kabikucho's gonna eat you alive at this rate.
Ah, she cares. Suzuku's suddenly 180 into the realm of confrontation, and admonishment is met with a deafening silence as everyone turns to look away.
Boshi, what's gotten into you?
Sorry. I just can't stand to see you be so reckless and fall into debt. My princess. The world is crueler than you think. Left to your own devices, a princess like you is liable to be wrung completely dry. However,
Suzuki delicately takes the customer's hand in hers. Oh my god, she's a total prince! A total Chad! Look at this fucking prince suiting every princess, everyone. I'm turning into princess just listening to Suzuki right now.
You're safe here with me. To smile and laugh with all the joy you can muster. So, why don't you show me that smile of yours? Just for me.
Yes, of course, Eboshi. And anything for you.
Oh my god!
This is absolutely astonishing. It's like she's unlocked the door to their hearts.
Well, she may not have wrung them out dry, but I think she's definitely scored some repeat customers for the rest of this business's life.
And it just goes to show how dependable Suzuka really is. She really does take everyone's expectations and vaults them over. People die in this game. Just say alcohol. Yeah. Now, how about we get back to toast, yes? Let's get a round for everyone. But you all choose your own drinks. But, Moshi, we don't have enough coin left for that. Don't worry your pretty little head, princess. This one will be on the house. Okay? Really? You didn't think I was trying to scam you, did you? I was serious about what I said. After all, I can tell my little princesses have finally reflected on their behavior to date. So, don't be shy. Pick whatever drink you'd like, princess. Let's have a nice toast. No pressure. Cheers! Kanpai! Aww! Aww! I like this. Suzuka's great. Kanpai! You feel comforted by the joyous clinking of glasses echoing through every nook and cranny of the club. Time to get drunk. Alright, calm. A congenial mood sweeps over the establishment, with everyone enjoying their drink and conversation in harmony, undisturbed by hazers. Gaslighting, gatekeeping boss girl wins. For real. Like, actual for real. Thank you so much for tonight, Hiboshi. We'll definitely be back. Oh! What did I tell you? Repeat customers. That was her true goal all along. Not to just rug and dry, but to get their, what's called, their total salary for the rest of her life. And when we are, please come join our table again, princess. At this rate, they'll be, her queen, or their queen. Oh, that was fun. Great drink, too. Very flavorful. Did you all have the same? Yeah, and I had the same drink. A sparkling apple soda. Gotta emphasize that it's not alcoholic again. Then the special glass really adds something to the experience. It gives it a real sense of class, and fizziness always makes me feel a bit giddy. I mean, who knows, maybe they actually drank it, like, alcohol in Japanese, but to get by the ratings words or whatever they had to say alcohol, or not alcohol in this case. Since we want people of all ages to enjoy our opening night, we decided to serve only non-alcoholic drinks. Okay, never mind. You have the true spirit of host, Suzuka. You managed to intoxicate the customers with sweetness. I guess I can pull off the hostess thing after all. You should let me sit with you after we're both old enough to actually drink. I'll make sure I prepare something really special for you. I would say it's bizarre that people, these guys can serve alcohol before they can drink them, but I'm pretty sure that's the actual case in America as well. As well as other places. Apple soda sounds a lot like champagne to me. Could be like apple cider. You're amazing out You're amazing out there, Suzuka. Can't believe you took care of the hazers like that. We should have someone make a new sign to put outside advertising our rising star, Eboshi. What do you think I am? You think you can just work me to the bone whenever you need a boost? I was worried for a moment that this thing may take a downturn, but you really exceeded even my expectations, Suzuka. Yeah, Suzuka, the Starlight Queen. You were incredible, Suzuka. Great work today, Arachne. Somehow, everything turned out okay. Come on, Tetsuya. This ain't the time to go scowling like someone stole your milk. Go on and tell the girl how you feel. I only came to check on the commotion. And when a guy like me's got nothing to say someone dynamic like her. Oh, does he like her? Some people change. Some people don't. And that's probably for the best. Because if everyone changed, Kabikasha would slowly die off. And since I never change, I'd be left behind in the ruins. After having said that, Tetsuya sullenly saunters out of the club. You did your piece, Tetsuya. You certainly helped Suzuka with helping out to pick her own design choice. Boy, I tell ya, these youngins just don't know how to talk to each other these days. Sorry to interrupt the celebration, but we got customers who are still waiting for some Suzuka time before they go. Oh yeah, gotcha. I'll go see them off. Do you two mind waiting a bit while I say my goodbyes? I was thinking we could go grab some ramen after this. You decide to wait while Suzuka attends to the customers. After a brief moment of silence, Arachne motions as if she's about to say something, but is promptly interrupted.
Excuse me. So sorry. Hey, store lady. Fashion designer lady.
Me? Who might you be again?
Me? It's Eva. I mean, I'm just a mysterious lady passing by. Nothing to see here. Like I said, just passing by. Oh.
Something seems off about you.
But no matter. What may I do for you, sweetie? I wanted to apologize for underestimating your skills. I came across your store the other day. I was disappointed in what I saw and said some unkind things about your clothes.
Ibrox. Yeah. They're an okay character. They definitely need a variant though. Long overdue.
But seeing what you did for Zuka totally blew my mind.
You've really learned my respect.
Okay, that's all. Oh, I've got something waiting for me, so I should be curtling out of here. Bye.
Mysterious lady suddenly takes off, her face beaming red. Arachne seems dumbfounded by exchange. She remains completely silent while watching the strange figure disappear from sight. The whole time, her hands remain calmly joined in front of her, still warm with nervous energy. Closing the time fast approaches, and just as the last few customers leave the establishment, Arachne's phone buzzes with a message from Suzuka. She opens the message and begins to read. She says she is thankful for the help with her workloads, but is looking forward to receiving her real order. A new swimsuit. Ah, the connection to the other skin. Nice, nice. That's right, she actually did order 2 things. She cannot wait to see what I have in store. And perhaps most importantly enough,
she called me her friend.
Besties! I like that. I like seeing a good friendship depicted in media. It's already been almost 2 hours. That was one long episode 4. But now we will continue with episode 5, part 1. That song's so long. Yeah, the loading is kind of whack for this event.
Here we are. In my dreams, I see a time long ago since past, a time long before I had ever arrived in Tokyo. Oh, finally. Arachne backstory. My work embodies the pinnacle of beauty. It is beauty in its purest form, without question, without doubt. So why does it remain unrecognized? Why must it be so unappreciated? Is that Perrin? Seriously, is that Perrin?
Thou art mistaken, for thou art not but a mere criminal.
That has to be Perrin, right? I'm just surprised because this is like an old ass event, and I don't remember Perrin getting art until like much later. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's why I'm surprised. There's like no way he had a silhouette back then. Did they add it after the fact or something? I know he's supposed to be standing in for Zeus, but well, I didn't know that, but good to know. But at the same time, that sprite should not have existed all the way back then. Did they really have art for Perrin all the way back then? Seriously? Alright. The first appearance of Perrin was when? It might have been like at the end of like chapter like 9 or maybe even 11, I forget. But essentially it was that very brief scene between him and Shinya. I forget what chapter that took place in though. But I don't think that chapter happened when Fashionista was out. The 12 individuals who stand atop Olympus, from whence Arachne hails, turn their austere gaze towards her and pronounce their verdicts. That's Hephaestus. Or perhaps it's not all 12. One stands apart from others and remains silent. But it's of little comfort, since a single voice would have no sway on the ruling of the majority.
What clothing thou hast woven is an affront to our infallibility. Thou hast conspired to defile our image.
Thou hast deemed thy actions to be an indefensible crime here in Olympus. So I am treated as a criminal. How utterly bizarre. I have done nothing to warrant such regard. Or rather, I have done my utmost to prepare only the finest fabrics for all of you.
The light that we doth give unto the world must flourish with the brilliance of pure gold, or not shine at all. And we have determined that thy weaving does not flourish, that thou shouldst defend it be an act undeserving of penance.
Supreme and infallible are the actions and the words of the glorious descendants of Kronos, or so they say. Known as superiors of highest orders in Olympus, they dictate what is proper and hold the right to condemn all those they deem in violation or in defiance of their standards. Yet despite being in the presence of such authority, Arachne stands her ground, unmoved by their verdict.
Thou defilest the glory of Olympus. Thou shalt suffer for thy crime. Thou hast smeared mud upon the legacy of her golden reign. Maiden of the Iron Age, thou shalt be cast down. Thy punishment has been spoken. Now, begone. At once thou shalt be removed thyself from this world.
You do not have to ask me twice. I have no further business with anyone who cannot appreciate true beauty when they see it.
And so for daring to defend her work after the highest court judged it unacceptable, Arachne is sentenced. She is raided, mutated, deformed, and ultimately rejected from Olympus, her punishment extending beyond mere banishment. So this was when she turned into a spider. The rulers had determined that there was no place for an arrogant weaver such as her in their golden realm. Despite their gold being little more than pyrite in her eyes, to be revealed for the fraud it is by the way of her iron truth. But Arachne is unfazed. She smiles, gladly turning her back to that brilliant golden light as she departs. One word courses through her mind: inept. They are all but inept imbeciles who have no true understanding of beauty. Did she try to sell them on those arm cannons again? This thought embeds itself into the hidden corner of Arachne's mouth, waiting to be said aloud only when her shadow should one day come to light. And then, in a flash,
She is engulfed by the light of transience. When she comes to, she sees spread out above her the foreign canopy of Tokyo's blue skies. I am Arachne. Once I was human, but I have since changed into something inhuman as penance. I am skilled in bringing form through the hidden shadows cast by those around me, yet I have never once looked back at my own since that day. Oh, so Athena Audacity does count, of course. Fucking sound dance. Episode 5. That's why it's genius, stupid. So this should be the Amatsumara episode. Either that or the Arachne episode, which should be a surprise in itself.
I see. Sounds like one problem after another. But hey, you've still been getting results, yeah? Hope things continue to go well. But knowing Arachne, I mean, there's a lot that can still go wrong. But either way, thanks for the update, Arthan. I want to rejoin you two, but I've been under house arrest. I mean, exceptional medical care, so I'm kind of stuck.
Excuse you?
No, listen, I have to let you go now. Do your best out there, and call again soon, yeah? Later!
Are you finally finished on the phone? A good-for-nothing shut-in like you must be nothing but trouble for my liege.
Yeah. I already said I'm sorry, Aquaman. Can't help it, you know. When you're sick, you're sick.
In myth, Arachne made a tapestry of the gods of flaws. Is that really what she did? God damn. She essentially made a, what's it called? Like a diss track before diss tracks existed. I don't need your apologies. What I need what I need is for that fever to go down, and soon. You're getting top-notch medical care, you know.
Okay, Sasagwa, your porch is hot and ready. Now, say,
That she got isekai'd, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much everything in Housamo.
Just what the doctor ordered. Gotta admit, the nursing care does have its perks at least. I'll leave the fashion stuff to my lackeys for now.
How about you just concern yourself with getting better? I've got a long list of errands waiting for you.
Ass! I think I prefer being sick.
Ugh. You mean to say you're willing to work for that designer lady, but not for me?
That's different. If nobody helps her, she'll end up working herself to death. Like, she doesn't even stop to eat or sleep. She's just like my old roommate. I can't help but worry about her, yeah? Just like her, my roommate was always working to exhaustion, trafficking my offerings on the black market and such. But, you know, Hawkman, you're kinda like my new roommate, yeah? I don't even want to think about that errand list, but I will repay you somehow for looking after me.
You can repay me by not calling me your roommate ever again. What a beggarly sounding word. Someone's jealous. I mean, it's not just that, but it was, demonstrated in Chapter 5 that Sasago was actually a huge asset for the tycoons, but it's just that he kind of was too lazy to be used half the time. And Athena did like it, and punished her despite this. Didn't like it, I see. And punished her despite this. Her punishment made her even a better weaver than Athena, I see. So there's two stories involved, I see. Did that mean Athena was just like erased from that story? I am a superstar. I own this casino, and you are but a freeloader on my property. Freeloaders should know their place and accept any work their benefactors may give them. That's the least they can do.
I think I'll pass. I'm sick, remember? I need my sleep if I'm gonna get better. Yeah? Back to sleep.
The devil with you. Hawkman's always fun to see. Viva la fashion! Huh? Oh, excuse me. Heaven knows, this life of trending fashion designer will be the death of me. So, did he get in contact with Monsieur Sasagwa? Did he say anything about our activity in Aoyama and Kabukicho? He seems to be doing better. Were you worried about him, Arachne? It is good to hear his condition is improving, and I am glad he is kept in the loop about our successes. Yes, and it was supposed that Athena was punished and not Zeus. I see. Athena who punished her, rather. I see. Not that I acquired his validation. I was merely curious. You told him my work these last few days has been exceptional, yes? I'm counting 4 days, so... Let's see. Day 1 was Wakantanka. Day 2 was Vanya. Day 3 was... We went to go to the Outlaws, and Day 4 was the when we actually finished the suit for the Outlaws. And you went past that drunk between Day 3 and 4. So, 4 days total. Just saying. Keep track of it, girl. You're losing count. Either way, knowing that he's recovering is good news. Let us leverage that news and descend upon the stage once more today. Oh wait, never mind. Sasago was with us on day 1, I guess. So I guess she's talking about the days that Sasago's out of action. Right, one outfit down for each troop. So now it's back to Matsumaru. Exactly. We must check in and let him know things are proceeding swimmingly. On that note, do you happen to know where we can find our handsome artisan friend? All the way in Oto Ward. Wait. What? Ah! We are back at long last. It is like I've returned home after a long journey. I must say, though, it was a complete surprise to hear that handsome artisan man has taken on construction duties for this venue. Well, that's convenient. Though, in retrospect, I suppose he is the obvious choice. He is clearly beyond competent in his work. It is a most convenient development, too. I was so worried about my shop being closed all this time. That's peculiar. Usually it would be talked about as related to buildings. But I guess we don't really know what Matsumaru's specialty is. It has been days, after all. While we are here, let us drop by and check on things, Aerith and Honey. Arachne struts ahead of you, practically skipping, filled to the brim with excitement as you approach the event space. But then she suddenly stops in her tracks, pauses in place for a moment, and sits down on the ground, taking her head in her hands. Oh, how strange. The sun is so bright today. Has it always been this bright? Not again. Are you okay, Arachne? Your face is so pale. Ah, so pale. I knew you were overdoing it. Overdoing it? Me? Why, it has only been 4 nights. That is simply nothing compared to my past projects. Besides, I did wind up passing out at Kabukicho, no? So you see, I'm not sleep deprived. I have slept deeply this week. No, I did have a slight bad dream this morning, which left me feeling mild ennui. Oh, no. This is no good. No good at all. I cannot allow myself to bend the knee. I must perk up. Alonzi! Which, if you don't know what that means, it means go there. Or go ahead. Or, in this context, it means let's go. I have no time to brood over the bygone days of my past. I must chop them away and toss them in the scrapyard. Saying this with a tone reminiscent of her usual sprightly self, Arachne slowly raises her head and looks back towards the event venue. French lessons with Ara. Well, I am an expert at Frenching, so... besides, just look at the beautiful progress in constructing the arena for the upcoming fashion show. When did Monsieur Housamo find the time to arrange this? What kind of fashions will be revealed this year? The season is not right, but I do wonder if there may be some new swimsuit styles unveiled, perhaps. What do you mean the season is right? Did you forget it's summertime? Allow me to explain, sweetie. In a world of fashion, a new seasonal collection must always debut before the season starts. I see, so debut before it starts. And it's too late, essentially, now. So to unveil a swimsuit collection now would be much too late, and also much too early for next year. The ideal time would have been in winter or the start of spring. At this late stage, winter fashion is due to be debuted. Still, there are plenty of designers who choose not to be confined to this rather rigorous seasonal schedule. Hey, it's finally that arena. Ah, I almost forgot. But just say I completely forgot. Pictures! Pictures! You must review the pictures that you have taken of the week's attire to show Mr. Artisan Man. Will you open your photos? I would like to look through them, that I may choose only the best shots. Excellent. Now, let me see. Well, here are the ones from Yogi Academy. Let's walk and talk to this sporty casual outfit. The black really streamlines the look. Photo within photo. Or picture within picture, rather. Ah, yes. Our first challenge. I'm so grateful for how cooperative everyone was there. I never thought I would end up designing athletic attire. It really was a tremendous boon to my repertoire. And she also got sponsored too, god damn. That was like hyper-productive there. Next is Daikanyama Academy. Zamani looks smart and dapper. It's just right for a wedding ceremony. That is because formal is your girl's specialty, honey. I'm in my element when it comes time to tailor such a nice suit. It's like eyeballing if it's clipping past the background or not. I may be overrun with bridal dress orders after showcasing this one. No. And the last is Kabikisho. Suzuka's dazzling and chic new look. It's perfectly suited to hostessing. She surpassed all expectations. My heart was pounding with anticipation. It was like witnessing the birth of a whole new mode. Yeah, she did mention that, she ended up looking better than she expected her to. So, this is like a cooperative effort, honestly, between Suzuka herself and Araki. I could almost taste her high spirits. Oh, what fun it was. What incredible fun. I can almost taste her legs again. I must say, your pictures are quite perfect. These will surely win the hearts of Mr. Artisan Man. As the two of you carry on reviewing your pictures and celebrating your successes, your surroundings grow busy with this bustling sound of construction workers and equipment. So this is currently under construction now, I guess, this fashion runway that is submerged in water. Very unique style, honestly.
Okay, let's set the pillar right there. Kurugane, if your hands are free, would you mind bringing over the lighting equipment?
You got it, Taki. Okay, lighting equipment. Where the... Whoa. Stop! This is a restricted area. Authorized event personnel only. Considering I've been working on an assignment for that husky man of yours, I think I count as personal love. Oh, hey! You're that lady from that store the other day. What's this about an assignment from Gramps? Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. You're saying you've made serious inroads on a task Gramps gave you, right? You'll find them right over there, overseeing all the work we're doing. I'm not too busy right now, so I'll show you the way. But don't forget your helmets, and definitely watch where you step, alright? Now, follow me, you two. Maxi. You are too kind. I'll see then. Arachne wearing a helmet. Truly the pinnacle of fashion. Oh, Faceless seems to recognize her. Well, if Faceless exists, then this must be after Chapter 9. In which case, I don't know, maybe at the end of Chapter 9 we saw Perrin briefly, so maybe it was fine to show that silhouette. Everyone continues working dutifully as construction of the showcase area begins to approach its completion. As you follow Kurugane, you eventually catch sight of Amatsumara, barking out orders to his coworkers amidst all the commotion, though you definitely hear him before you see him. Ow! My ears! Gramps' voice is pretty loud, huh? Sure not tough to hear what he's saying, even from this far off. My, look at this work. The construction is really coming together nicely, no? Sure is. The paving in this part is already finished, so it's a straight shot from here to Gramps' command center. Just follow this road and you can't miss him. But do keep your helmets on, just in case. Thanks, Kurugane. I'll make sure Arachne keeps it on. Right. I'll leave the rest of the walk to you two. I gotta get back to my post. Take it easy, okay? Kurugane sends you off with a smile and turns back the way he came. Amatsumara can be seen in the distance, just at the end of the paved road, as Kurugane said. Arachne is staring directly at him and begins to mutter to herself.
She's the type to work to take it off, huh? I mean, I don't know. She's been pretty open about fashion, but I don't think she would be the type. It's like a mountain, or no, perhaps like a massive boulder being pummeled by torrential rain. Or maybe like a large gold nugget, freshly cooled and hardened after being removed from the smelting surface. That is oddly specific. When I first saw him, I felt the blood rush to my head, but I did not notice. I did not realize. Oh, trust me, the blood rushed to my head too, if you catch my drift. He reminds me of someone I used to know. That Mr. Artisan. Seeing him again now, the memories have come flooding back. He reminds you of someone, an old friend of yours. Someone dear to you? No, nothing of the sort. The person I'm thinking of was far out of my league, you might say. It is someone I only ever saw from afar, but who was known for having a booming, thunderous voice. I held much respect for this person's uncompromising skill, though we worked in very different fields. That skill produced great works and achievements, which stood all on their own. No need to be convinced of their value. It is one of the few lasting impressions I've carried with me from my homeland. You seem like you're about to cry, but you're also smiling so wholesomely. Oh, I'm not usually so emotional. It is very strange.
Kurogane, here's the lighting equipment.
Oh, whoa, Hep, don't scare me like that. We're at a construction site. Someone could get hurt real bad. Think so. This is what Taki's looking for. By the way, did you see Arthur here?
Yeah, I saw. Well, Mama's was somewhere I don't want to see, so I'd prefer to just lie low.
Whoa, Hep, where are you going? We're not finished working yet.
No, I just want to be near to Takemaru. It's not that I hate him, but I'd rather work somewhere else.
Man, you really are a bashful one, huh?
I'm not bashful. It's just I don't like large crowds and loud people. And that includes those who talk back to their superiors and cause commotion.
Hey, Kurogane! I don't see any lighting equipment over here. Ah, sorry. Coming right up. After this, I gotta set fireworks too. Matsumura lifts his face from the blueprints he's holding with an austere look in his eyes. When he notices your approach, that stern look quickly turns into a smile.
You're back. So let's see what we've got here, shall we?
It's almost as if he'd been waiting for you to arrive. He relaxes his posture and beckons for you to draw in closer. I am sorry we had nothing but a smartphone screen at our disposal, but here are some photos that, of what we have done.
Well, look at that. Personally tailored sporty attire that really accentuates the athlete's form. Look at that bulge.
The style speaks loudly,
though perhaps too loudly. Something so eye-catching could make the wearer feel a bit self-conscious.
Photo and a photo once again. Yeah.
You took this into consideration, however, by allowing for the looser fit in the chest. Very well reasoned.
Yeah, I don't know. I was going somewhere with that. I just stuck with bulge for a second. I wish I was stuck in walk-on bulge. Anyways,
you say you requested an outfit for a first date. I'd say you met that Shanshan on. This should do the trick nicely.
Alright, so the reasoning behind this is, let's see. Looser fit in chest. So he's saying that the eye-catchingness, or the stylishness, I guess, might not be fitting for walk-on, as it's just a regular high school student, but it's made to be balanced by its, I guess, casual fit, being relaxed, not too tight. So it doesn't actually appeal like formal wear, and it works out because it's also sportswear for him. I think that's the reason. So I'm keenly paying attention because, like, I'm still interested in upgrading my own fashion. Just saying. Alright, Zelania, let's see, it's just a regular tuxedo.
Nothing to be seen here. It's just a tuxedo, you see, which is very bland. But I think you perfectly match the person, who is also very bland. Looks to be a wedding suit, if I'm not mistaken. No, wait. This is for a wedding officiant, isn't it? And if I'm right, the wearer is not accustomed to such wear, though your design does well to hide his discomfort. Except for the fact that he's pulling his tie apart as if he's struggling. If anything, it converts his disquiet into resolve, demanding he fulfill his role. His face shows determination. So it's his first time to stand at the altar. Call it!
Show Suzuka's photos. Let's go slay. Hold on! I want to see Zebani's commentary again. He's quite resolved, demanding he fulfill his role. I see. So even though Zebani may have felt some nervousness, Arachne felt his passion and urge to duty, and she fully accentuated that by making it as, like, I guess, cutting edge formality or formal wear, so that Zebani could really shine in it to look like he really knows this stuff, even if it's his first time. I think that's the gist he's getting at. Anyway, moving on. Yet another stunning feat you've accomplished. But wait, this one was a commission to improve an existing outfit. So you were enforced it with better materials. I tightened the hip area. I see. It changes its whole impact, doesn't it? Just look at the confidence in her eyes. Clearly, your efforts were effective. The outfit has given her quite a boost. Yes, I'd say you've done an outstanding job. I can see clearly in faces of those 3 clients that you've won their trust. He doesn't actually say that much, to be honest here. But just something about... It's less about the fit and form of it, and more about just the relationship that was formed between the designer and her. Which was, I guess in that way, is very perceptive for Matsumara, because they literally had 2 days spent together and they became besties super quickly. And they had that kind of very unique kind of all-fitting battle that was different from the first 2's, where it was actually both of them kind of sizing each other up. So that was neat, that the Matsumara could detect that.
My apologies if I am being a bit abrupt, but I am so dying to hear your final verdict. I passed the test.
The arrogance!
You passed the test. That's no surprise. Your skills were never in question here. I had something else in mind for you with this assignment. Care to take a guess what it was? Here's a hint. Despite your skill, you can't sell a single item. Everyone who came to your shop left disappointed. The question is, why?
Matsumara gazes deep into Arachne's eyes as he asks this.
It is because the attire I am selling is not what my customer desire. If I want to gain the attention of the consumers at large, I must create a brand that appeals to their demands.
Okay, well, I think that was obvious from the get-go, in terms of, just appealing to them rather than trusting her own sort of a fashion sense and fashion ego. So I guess it really is just an issue of getting over her ego and just trusting what the consumer actually wants, rather than brushing it off.
Very good. That's exactly what I was getting at. With that new perspective, you're bound to find success.
She realizes 5 parts in. I mean, she was probably getting to that realization, but having more pieces of weapons to confirm that is good, obviously. Wow, Matsumara shows his drip. He hasn't worn his drip yet. Well, he hasn't even been signed it yet.
Just wait, keep what you learned from this in the back of your mind, and you can absolutely turn your brand into a hot commodity.
Yo, awesome, Arachne, you can do this. You should have no problems anymore, right, Arachne? Arachne returns Matsumara's gaze with a mix of look of sadness and despondency. Uh-oh, is this where ego comes in? I remember the title of this episode was a bit haughty. Something like, of course there are flubs or, people who don't know what they're talking
about. Not quite what you hope for, is it?
Arachne grits her teeth and stumps her head.
But none of this is any surprise to you. You've known all along that that's how you could get customers. You've just been choosing to do your own things your own way in response to Guma's challenge. Much to his frustration, I'm sure. And your approach on an individual basis. It's great for digging beneath the surface and meeting the needs of a single soul looking to overcome some obligation or insecurity. But when it comes to the masses, that's where your individualistic approach kind of crashes and burns.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way she can individually go to every single person and do an all-sizing battle with everyone and really know their soul. Nor would everyone want to participate in that.
Belly. Belly!
No more belly? Okay, fine. Just two.
Your repertoire is frankly self-indulgent.
Okay. That's a really good word to summarize Arachne's original line altogether and her original way of thinking. I was saying it in way too many words, I sorry.
Heck, it is almost seems so self-aware, like it's gonna blast off and leave the earth.
But those are rocket shoulders.
What it says to the masses is, you don't understand me, and I don't even want to you to understand me, because I'm better than you.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's too real. What he's hitting at isn't just about Arachne. It's actually just about the artist's elitism in general. If you go deep into any sort of field of art, whether it's music or like in the fine arts, you tend to find people who are elite and go try to listen to music that won't necessarily appeal to the masses. And that's fine for your own personal enjoyment, but if you're trying to market yourself as that, then you're not gonna get far, at least commercially. Of course, you can try to trust in the consumer to eventually see it, but if it's coming from a place of bad faith, of elitism, where you truly believe you're better than them, then you might actually shun away some people.
Well, you don't need to tell me any of that. You don't need me to tell you any of that, do you? You know it all from the very start. You're simply choosing to ignore it and try things your way, huh?
Amatsumara's self-made prosthetic eye captures Arachne in its sights. It glimmers like a mirror, casting her reflection right back at her.
You never had any intention of being understood by the masses. You were hoping to just skip over mass marketing altogether.
Arachne, you okay? Arachne opens her eyes, which are bloodshot from the week's arduous stints of sleepless works. She can no longer control her emotions, screaming at an uncomfortable volume. Screaming.
My vision, my style, is so beyond the cutting edge that not even the avant-garde could appreciate my talents. But that is my strength. To believe that even you're all the same. It always comes down to the same old thing. But if you want to design with mass market appeal, you will have to look elsewhere, because that is not how I roll. How can I be expected to betray my personal vision simply for the sake of what the world desires? It is absolutely unconscionable. But then you are a crafter, while I am a creator. No matter how deep the scars I endure, I must stay true to my ideals.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not saying it's necessarily wrong to, remain avant-garde and to play into your ego. It's just that you're playing two fronts here. You're playing, I'm better than you and we can never relate. And, my sense of aesthetics is better than yours. But you're also playing, buy my stuff anyways, and comment on it being good. It's there's like an inner conflict there, and it's very common, I would say.
I will not bend a knee to the world. Rather, I will not stop fighting until the world catches up to me. All I'm hearing is, you're so blinded by your own selfishness and bluster that you can't see the forest for the trees. Ultimately, whether the world catches up to you or you compromise your ideals for the world, what you seek is recognition. But if you're so convinced your work can't be understood by the masses, you're kind of just shooting yourself in the foot.
God complex. Not quite. It's a bit more complex than that. And I know where Arachne's coming from. I used to be super into music up to a level that was like super detailed in the music theory, but my taste in music ended up not being very relatable to most other people as a result. So I get where she's coming from. And I'm not necessarily saying I compromised in the end to, have mass market appeal. I still like my own unique quirk in terms of my taste in music, but I've learned to appreciate other genres that are also not
my first cup of tea.
There's no way to get it in life. You're only holding yourself back.
Enough talk, Mr. Artisan. I believe we had an agreement, no?
You owed me a paid commission.
So, let us commence the all-sizing battle. This is to be the final leg of your little challenge. My work has garnered quite a decent following these past few days, thanks to you and Athens' many friends. So with or without bending a knee to the mass market, I shall expect to see my sales increase substantially.
I refuse to believe the bottom line is all you care about. If you just acknowledge what it is you truly desire, this.
Enough. I do not need nor want to be lectured by you, Mr. Artist Man. Step up to your all-sizing battle and let us draw the curtain on this farce. Arthur, honey, are you ready?
Arachne, you're physically exhausted, and your head's not in the right place.
You're in no condition to battle, Arachne. Listen to Arthur. You're clearly at your wit's end. You're overworked and fatigued. Wouldn't even be surprised if you fell faint at this point. Keep up like that, and you could be very well knocking yourself out, like the fashion show altogether. It's important to maintain your health and stamina, and you do that through exercise, a healthy diet, and avoiding stress.
Matsumara's right. I get why this means so much to you, but you're working yourself to death.
I don't think we're gonna get through to her, though. She won't stop until she's far exceeded her limits. I know, because I was the same way when I was her age. I know that look. I know that tone. So I guess it's my job now to become the wall that stands in your way.
Everyone on cue just ready to beat up Arachne.
If you're serious about this, I'll accept your challenge. Come on and show me what you've got. I don't understand soon enough what it's like to tussle with the Komacha crafters. Let's see if you can break this barrier.
Okay, moving on to episode 5, part 2. Let's do this. Girl needs to chill, but I understand her though. Yeah, I'm completely with her. I get where she's coming from. It's... I don't know. If you feel like you're the preeminent of your field and there's not really any comparison or people like equals colleagues for you to talk about it and like measure yourself against them, then you end up having this kind of ego about those things. And you just wish other people would catch up to you or eventually see your genius. In essence, I feel like she would definitely find her stride if she found other people who was at the same level as her. So maybe she's not necessarily looking for... Oh, here we are. Sparks flies through the air as if projected from the clashing of a sportsman's hammer against the hard steel. Yeah, maybe she's not looking for the right customer, but rather the right fellow fashionista. With each swing of Amatsumaru's hammer, a pulse of energy oscillates through the air. You can feel the immense change and pressure all the way down to your toes.
I cannot fight back.
Exhausted, overstressed, and lacking sufficient sleep, Arachne finds herself unable to ride the storm that is Amatsumaru. She flails, struggling to withstand his shockwaves. Oh, she's unable to keep up for once. Okay, let's not flatter Amatsumaru. His 4-star kit is, and his regular is pretty shit. And his variant isn't that amazing either.
I don't go easy on those who seek to challenge me. But then, you weren't asking for any mercy from me, were you?
Kurogane and Takamaru sit a short distance away, watching the battle with great interest as they dab away the sweat from the day's hard work with respective handkerchiefs.
Yo, just how long do you think Gramps is gonna keep us up? That girl was in no shape for fighting to begin with.
At this point, though, you can just see Arachne backing down. Well, I just can't see Arachne backing down.
Well, there's no need to worry about too much. Gramps was just as ruthless with us. And look how we turned out. He sometimes overdid it, though. I'd save your story about a few times. Desire's got her work cut out for her.
I cannot lose. I will not allow myself to bend knee for anyone. I never have, and I never will. I shall never acquiesce to those who cannot appreciate my vision.
That's the spirit. If your works really are some grand vision, now let me see it. Show me what you got.
Arachne may have met her match with this fight, as one question hangs in the air. Who is the one being measured in this all-sizing battle? Is it Amatsumaru or Arachne herself? Yeah. Forced into a corner, Arachne rebounds with a burst of newfound strength. She turns to face Amatsumaru point blank and receives his blows in full. In combat, as in fashion, Arachne's skills has never been in question. From the very start, it's solely been a matter of keeping her own overflowing pride in check.
I cannot lose. Not now, and not ever. My fashion sense will never go out of style.
You are certainly a tenacious one, I'll give you that.
There is no willowy flutter of fine silk, nor is there any delicate precision of sewing needles or the firm, definitive slice of scissors. Rather, this fight better resembles the measured dousing of freshly heated iron with cold water, tempering both parties and giving form to their inner selves. Amatsumaru's hammer forges Arachne's resolve as Arachne's needle traces Amatsumaru's frame.
My art, my creativity. I will not compromise. I must not. I cannot. You're not dealing with just anyone. You're dealing with moi. And this girl specializes in bringing out what lies within.
Arachne shouts and boasts from within her very soul. Her arrogance and pride roar with a staggering confidence that could fill a room in and of itself.
I bring light to the shadows within. I expose that which we hide from the world. Even that which I myself hide. There exists no shadow I cannot illuminate, no secret I cannot suss out. I can never permit any to evade my gaze.
Amogus. With a swing of her arm, Arachne makes her final stroke.
Your all-sizing battle is complete.
A faint smile of satisfaction slowly takes form from across Arachne's face as she collapses on both knees, completely drained.
Arachne, no.
That was pretty sussy, Arachne. You catch her just before the rest of her body would have crashed to the ground face first.
My pride got the best of me again. I'm sorry to have worried you. Arathan, sweetie. Why though? Why would you continue to support me after such an embarrassing display?
Embarrassing may be pushing it a little. Well, you lack this tact, but you make up for it in so many other ways. You definitely went the way beyond your limits, so we gotta get you to hospital, stat. Or Arathan does. I'm still on the clock. I'd accompany you, but I can't leave my post. There's too much left to be done. I sure can abandon Takamura and Kurugane.
I'll get her the care she needs. There's no need to worry.
I mean, I guess you kind of have to, but it's a lot to ask someone your age to look after her all by your lonesome. You know what? I think I know just the person to give you a helping hand here. Hephaestus! Hephaestus? Where are you? Gramps, why were you calling me? If it's about the work you assigned, I just finished it all. Mama, how are you? I saw you earlier, but you were with that other person, so I was a little hesitant to. Wait, isn't that her right there? Okay, so you do know this girl then. All the better. Since you're finished all your work, can I ask you to accompany these two to the hospital? I mean, I really shouldn't get involved with her. Time is of the essence to face this, so let's cut to the chase. Are you going to help or not?
Please, Hephaestus. Arachne really needs our help right now.
Well, if you say so, Mama, I guess I'll do it. Hey, Talos, come here. I need to carry this girl to the hospital. Yes, Greater. My wish is your command.
You pass the unconscious Arachne over to Talos, and the four of you make your way to the hospital. Hoping for a speedy recovery, given that there are only a scant few days remaining before the start of Tokyo Mode Collection's headlining fashion show. In the beginning, there was light. I was just a weaver who was fascinated by the outward expression of shadows we all carry within us. And by shadows, I mean those parts of us we find distasteful, or try to conceal from the world, the dispensable parts of a person's sense of self. The meaningless, the inefficient, the unsightly. The parts of us we all feel ashamed of and turn away from, represent the truth of the world. That's what I've always believed. In my homeland, I dedicated myself to artistic representation. My goal was to take the shadows within and bring them out for all to see. I became positively engrossed in my craft. Other artists and admirers of beauty were the first ones to shower me with praise. Lei and I held the same philosophy towards aesthetics, and there was simply no end to the kind of things they had to say about me. They called me a genius, and I understood true beauty. Weird to call him Mama, and also fine was having sex with him, but then again, God agreed. God, yeah. Well, if you're into that, or you know, if you're not, at least you have Talos, I suppose. Because of this, there has never been any doubt in my mind that I am perfectly skilled in my work. Indeed, I've come to be convinced that I'm the very best in the world. No other person can top me, except for Suzuka. As now, even then, I was determined to not be bested by anyone. I even took one of the among the Great 12 Olympus who holds sway over all matters of garment and textile. There it is. How foolish that sentiment was in retrospect. But as a creator, I truly believed I had what it took to come out on top. Then came the fated day of the weaving contest. I put everything I had into creating unparalleled garments that highlighted the hidden scandals, disputed defects, and unacknowledged shortcomings of those 12 rulers. I truly believed that by airing this dirty laundry, as it were, I could bring out the freshest and boldest look they've ever known. Is this the diss track garment you're talking about? The diss track tapestry? Yeah, I suppose it has to be it. If that's how she's describing it. I was utterly convinced it would be hailed a success, which is perhaps why the rejection hit me so hard. Of course, some small part of me wasn't surprised at all when the criticisms came. It only stood to reason that the pompous ruling faction who determined the status quo couldn't even begin to appreciate the subtle nuances of my craft. It shouldn't have hit me as hard as it did. I should have been ready for it, but I wasn't. I defiantly turned my nose up at a world that I knew was destined not to comprehend the depths of my genius. Yet it still stung me to my core. As I departed my homeland,
I took a moment to stop in place and look back the way I came. You can look back while you're being teleported? That's whack. Didn't know that. Departed my homeland. Yeah, she definitely turned around while being summoned, I guess. And I saw the eyes of everyone I'd known looking back at me, Zebania, Wakan, and Suzuka. I stared into those eyes and caught sight of my own reflection in them. And in that reflection, I saw it. My shadow. It was truly a hideous sight. All the nonsense and superficiality I projected into the world had come full circle, rushing back toward me at full speed, poised to pierce through my very being. And yet... Later that day, at Yoyogi Academy Hospital. She's been suffering from fatigue due to sleep deprivation and overwork. It's clear she's also suffered from mental strain. Simply put, she pushed herself so much too far, and I can't in all good conscience overlook the need for her to recover. Miniaki presents the results of Arachne's medical examination to you in a calm and professional manner. We're right to venture, I guess. I'd say this is due to her using the app not only for all sizing battles, but also for tailoring. Since she's apparently been using its regeneration functions to further her superhuman weaving skills. This made her look graceful on the outside, like a majestic swan, but one look under the water and you can see those feet flying. Oh yeah, that's true. What's it called? It restores your body back to normal. And I thought when she said she used the app, she was just referring to the clothing that she was practicing with. But in reality, there's a good chance she was also applying it on herself to like force herself to get recovered after working so hard and to get by those sleepless nights. But even if like biologically you'll be fine out of that, like mentally, that's the one caveat of the app. You remember everything, even if everything is physically restored. Only through such desperate movements could she keep herself afloat in the rapids she's chosen to swim. So her skills come at a price then. She's quite the fighter, but will she be okay? She should recover within a few days, as long as she gets good rest and eats well. When she wakes up, she's free to go home. Is the Tokyo Mode collection show in danger though? Just make sure she doesn't fall into the same patterns. Her body can only take so much before it's just shuts down. She was making such good progress. Is there no way to hasten her recovery? This is a tricky situation, because her motivation here is very relatable. She's trying to realize her dream, after all. I see that the same sort of reckless, yet fearsome determination in the students here at Yogi all the time. But life doesn't always reward determination with success. Ouch. But true. Everybody has times when they fail, or at least face setbacks. Failure doesn't mean giving up on your dreams, though. Tell me, what do you think somebody should do when the chips are down? Well... rest and try again, and prepare for the next chance. That's the spirit. Recover and await the next opportunity for success. Because there will always be another. And don't think I'm just talking about Arachne. You must be pretty beat yourself, trying to keep up with this one. You don't know the half of it. Thank you, Dr. Miniaki. Yeah, I get kicked down by failures pretty hard. So sometimes it's easy for me to forget that I can always try again later, but sometimes I feel like I'm worse off for wear and I can't try again. Glad to see you've got a good head on your shoulders. You're quite the young go-getter, you know that. I have one more piece of advice I'd like to leave you with, for the next time you choose to step up to the challenge. Look into yourself, not just for your successes, but your failures as well. Learn from them, so you don't repeat them. Is the opponent worth defeating if it means fighting yourself into a hospital bed? Maybe some fights are best declined. Always ask yourself, do I really even need to fight at all? Or are there other alternative solutions to our dispute? just some food for thought. Do feel free to come and see me for help anytime if you have any questions. Thanks for your help to face this. And you too, Talus.
The pleasure is mine. My wish is the command of my creator.
Thank you, Miniaki. Yeah, for real.
Please don't look so defeated, Mama. Arachne isn't worth your sorrow.
So, you really do know Arachne. Are you from the same world? Not worth your sorrow. Rude.
Yes. Back in my homeworld, before I came to Tokyo, Arachne was pretty famous. They called her a genius. But then she did something really bad that angered the general population, especially the ruling class. I wasn't part of any of it, because I was an outcast, so I don't know exactly what she did. But as punishment, she was given the form of a spider. You'd have to ask her for the details.
I thought he was one of the ones who voted, at least based on that cutscene.
I suppose we have that in common. We're both outcasts.
Alright, so you're both geniuses. Isn't that what you have in common? Hephaestus looks at you with a cynical smile on his face.
Did you know there are two kinds of genius? First, there's the outcast kind, like me, the iconoclasts. Worse, isolated from society because we defy the norm. We're ugly, distorted, and weird. But I'm not just talking about appearance. Our thoughts and feelings are also really different from everybody else's. And people find those differences to be disturbing and disgusting. But that different way of thinking is what makes us strong and makes us stand firm in our beliefs. The strength is all iconoclasts like me can offer, and just try to win people over with it. We only have ourselves to offer. We ask the world to allow us some space, and in exchange, we promise to help. So long as we can be left alone to do our work, we're happy. The world just has to tolerate us. That's all we ask.
So what's the other kind of genius?
The other kind of genius is the nincompoop. Arachne is the nincompoop. People like her aren't fully aware of that they're different from everyone else, or at least not convinced of it. And they believe their quirkiness makes their work the most beautiful in the world, and won't hear any different. Instead of themselves, they believe it's the world that's peculiar. Nincompoops like her are hopeless. They just try to be accepted as they are, like us iconoclasts, but with little success. They believe only their own sense of righteousness, and that the world should conform to their standards. Basically, they blame everyone but themselves for all their failures. Nobody wants to be a nincompoop. People like her are guaranteed to be isolated from the world, but they still continue trying to be understood. Fits Arachne to a T, doesn't it? So, like I said, she's beyond saving.
Hey, how can you say something like that? No one in the world is beyond saving. Are you jealous of Arachne?
Am I jealous? That's funny, Mama. I couldn't possibly be jealous of her, because there's nothing to be jealous of.
Yeah, her face is being kind of a dick, but, you know, it kind of shows off as someone who is not really understanding the people that well, as a mama chaser.
That's like saying a person trapped in freezer is jealous of a person trapped in the furnace. What's the difference between burning or freezing alive? You're dead either way. So I'm happy enough right where I am. At the very least, I have you to back me up, Mama. That's much better than being a nincompoop no one understands.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you how to face this, but I can understand Arachne better than I can understand you, so maybe you need to shut the fuck up like a good boy and sit in that corner.
Oh, how long have you been awake? Eavesdropping is a nasty habit, you know.
I came to only a short while ago. Where are we? Arachne, you're back. Hold on, that was really unenthusiastic. Arachne, you're back. Sorry. We took you out to the hospital. You passed out, don't you remember? I remember dreaming. I was dreaming of the time I was banished from my homeworld.
Unfortunately, I think I have to get going now, Mama.
Look at this total, what's it called? Beta male who can only shit talk people when they're unconscious and dips when there's any sign of confrontation.
Faces, no. I didn't realize you were here as well.
Shut up! Don't speak to me! I know, alright. I know I'm party to your transformation.
So he lied about, not being involved. This guy is totally... Do not interact with this guy. So, sorry if you like faces, but, jeez. What is this character of his?
That is of no consequence.
At least Araki's taking it in stride.
Because you also helped carry me here, did you not? I owe you my thanks for that.
Shut up! Shut up! I'm leaving.
He really is like a child. Gently stroke his face. You really are kind to faces. I'll make sure to visit you sometime. Where's the option for where I say nothing and just pretend he's not there? Okay, whatever.
Mama! You mustn't do such things! Touching me like that will leave you a stain. Mama! Mama!
Faces makes his departure from the room. For a moment, you and Arachne simply watch the door after him, remaining completely silent. She sits up in the bed, examines herself, and lets out a deep and long sigh.
I am truly sorry to have worded you like this, but I must say, I'm finally starting to feel a bit more myself again. I have been discharged at my discretion, no? So let's not tarry here any longer. I wish to go home.
I'll go with you. You're still a bit woozy. Wait here while I settle the paperwork.
You truly are too kind, Arthur, sweetie.
God. I apologize to any Hephaestus fans, but he's probably one of the more unpleasant people to interact with in Housamo. I remember in the anniversary, he was just what's called a complete nightmare to hear his voice lines for, because everyone was just having fun. Wow, we're having a party!
Yeah, let's join over us here, Tasha, who is never here.
Yeah, I'm here just for the party. Congratulations, happy anniversary! And then Hephaestus is just like, Mama, let me suck on your nips. Fucking Hephaestus, I swear to God. Anyways, episode part 3, let's go. I'm happy for you if you like Hephaestus and his body, but let's be real. I sincerely doubt you actually like him for his personality. That is one of the most unpleasant personalities to be around, Jesus Christ. Shit-talking people while they're sleeping right in front of them. And as if he's speaking as if he's different from them.
She doesn't realize her own ignorance. I'm better than that because, I've actually accepted I'm a failure who's not loved by anyone. But only you understand me, Mama.
Doesn't that sound like totally in character for him? Seriously, that's... I just feel bad for anyone who is so horny enough that they'll still pick the play-along options for them anyways. Well, disagreements aside about his personality. I just like his body and Talos. I do that robot. Same. But also, there's a lot of Hospo's bodies. Do you really want to deal with that personality on top of that? At least there's some hot aspect when it comes to other villains like Taikoku in terms of, that domination aspect or a pet play aspect. But with him, it's you're literally playing as his mom. I don't know how you could mentally block that out as you're trying to step over him, except by completely erasing his personality from your mind. But yeah, he did have half a point though about iconoclasts versus nincompoops. He needs help. He definitely needs something. All right. He needs leash oil. Yeah. Well, whatever he gets, I don't think it'll be enough. It's pretty deep what he has. Arachne takes you up on your offer and invites you in for a brief respite once you safely arrive back at her place.
You're surprised to find her modest apartment a total mess. Oh, this was what she was hiding! Oh my gosh, that's such a sad apartment. Modest apartment, total mess. To call it a dumpster would be putting it lightly. This is actually just like, I thought we were in Sat's place for a second, but this is the dump Arachne's living in? Damn.
Sacre bleu!
I forgot. No, this is so embarrassing. That is not what it looks like.
But I feel for Arachne because I also live in a really shit apartment, so... And it's not like the mess is exclusively because of me. In fact, most of it is not in my side. Just got family that doesn't know how to clean up after their own shit here.
I'm not normally like this. I've simply been so busy with all this recent work I have had no time to clean. So many last-minute personal commissions and all sizing battles and fast-approaching assignment deadlines.
From the top, yeah.
This isn't one of those, this isn't one week's mess though. This might even beat Sago's. Honestly, yeah, definitely beats Sago's mess. This is like crusty as fuck. I feel like it's a solid cry for help.
Time to help her clean up.
Yeah, I'd love to if I saw this, but this is just a fictional game, so thankfully it's just a fictional mess. Such harsh words, like the sharp end of my marking pen, how they pierce my delicate heart. I feel so dizzy.
Arachne languidly slumps down to the ground, but then looks up at you with a wry smile.
I must have lost it to allow things to get this bad. Just how long I was asleep at the hospital anyway.
It's best if you just get rest for now. Forget about work and just rest. Are you at all hungry?
Forget about work. I could never. There's simply no time for such nonsense. Fashion takes precedence over all, even my own health. I must get my focus back on the Tokyo Mode collection show, or...
Despite the energy in her voice, her body continues to outright protest any attempts to resume her work.
Alright. I understand that I have pushed myself too hard. I'm so sorry to act so selfishly.
Arachne plops her fat ass into a chair, covers her face in her hands, in her breasts, and lets out a loud and agonized moan.
I also overheard what Hephaestus said about me being a nincompoop, as he so inelegantly put it.
Hey, Arachne, don't worry about it. You're in a much better position than he is. Like, he does have a point about, you know, what's called geniuses kind of not really fully paying attention to their genius in terms of, and how they are misunderstood and all that. But, like, I feel that fighting the grain and trying to stand for your own rights is a lot more respectable than accepting that you're just this thing that will never be accepted by society, you know? It's like, well, one is just giving up entirely. What you're doing is a lot more respectable.
He is one to talk to now, and he said all that so matter-of-factly.
Yeah, he's probably, if he was someone in real life, he'd probably be an incel. Let's be real. Time to help her clean up her what? Smug? You heard me. You know what I said. It's time to pose for the 4-star Arachne AR art, where her boobs take up half the size of the planet.
But it is difficult to argue with his words. Everything he said about me ranks so much too true for my liking.
As you already know, I make my garments by digging deep within a person and finding that which they choose to conceal.
It is my belief that these shadows within us are the very things that make us beautiful. So I merely expose one's hidden charms.
Well, if we're talking about hidden shadows, I suppose they were hidden. I don't know about Sago, but for Wakantaka, there was that hidden love that he didn't know how to put into words. And that sports casual attire was a way to express that hidden love. Or rather, that uncertain feeling of love. Then there was Zabanio with his subdued feeling of passion and duty that he never explicitly said. So I guess that's another kind of shadow in that sense. But it's not necessarily one that he necessarily hides. It's just not one that he states. And then there was Suzuka, which was an interesting case of pulling out her desire to keep up with everyone and to meet everyone's expectations. And she pulled that all out and instead had her exceed them all.
Through my all-sizing battles, I can take those charms and give them physical form, manifesting a positive from a negative. Yeah, she ended up being a lot more charming, Suzuka, that is, after that thing. I merely need to come in contact with the person's shadow, at which point I can bring it to light and create something magical. But, the thing is, not all shadows, within ourselves is as flattering as, the selves that we try to hide, the first three were. Or at least, neglect to express. Or at least, that has always been the idea. But when presented with my greatest works, none of them are happy. Them? Not the people of Tokyo, I assume. Do you mean the ones who banished you? Like Hephaestus said, the way I appear to you now is not how I always was. I was changed into this form before my exile from my homeworld. The system there is predicated on the idea that those at the top are infallible, responsible for Olympus's golden perfection. Huh. I guess this is the first time we're hearing more about the rule system there. We've heard a lot about Kamui Kotan's Frozen World and their rule system, and about a few other worlds as well, like... what's it called? Trying to pull another example, but I can't remember. Anyway, but it's interesting to hear about Olympus's too. And it is because I unveiled my unique style to them, for them, that this fate befell me in the end. Because they're infallible, and you try to pull out the faults of the infallible. I was only trying to use my talents to expose their hidden imperfections, as I always have to so much success. But they are so blindly fixated on maintaining their perceived flawlessness that they condemn me for my creations. From then on, I decided that they were my enemies, and so I have been biding my time till the day I can take them down. Way to go, girl boss. Go slay them down. Go, whoop Hephaestus' ass. Enemies? They're enemies. Of course. And the world they represent, along with them. Anyone who detests my work is my enemy, and I must defeat them all. You look bothered by this. What does the matter, Arathan, honey? Do you really need to go that far? Could it be you just enjoy fighting? She's on the hate grind. I mean, she literally did get transformed into a spider, which, as a fashion designer, I'm sure she wasn't happy about the first time it happened, and then got banished eventually. Pardon? Arachne stiffens up a bit at your question. She seems taken aback. My apologies for the surprise. I simply have never been asked such a thing before. Do I enjoy fighting? Certainly not. But for an nincompoop like me, what other option is there? Arachne turns and stares deeply into your eyes, trying to make out her reflection within them. No. No. I must not lie. That is not who I am. I am alright, I promise you that, Arathan, honey. Those rulers of Olympus do not exist here in Tokyo, yet here I am, still trying to show them up, to prove myself to them. The truth is, I did enjoy fighting them, and I still do. Righteously defying the gods is a rush unlike any other. In part, I did not want the world to accept me, and yet, at the same time, I wanted it so much. Oh man, I feel that. You want to be unique, but at the same time, you want to be beloved by all. You want to be known for your, individuality and how no one is like you, but at the same time, you want to fit in. I greatly enjoyed doing my work, acting like a supreme genius. It was so satisfying to snub my nose at those above me. But it never fully satisfied me. I remained ever irritated within, only to push those feelings into my own shadow. And all this time, rather than illuminating that part of me, I have been chasing the shadows of an enemy who is not even here. I've been so blind it is almost laughable. Do you not think so as well, sweetie? Is this where she gets her other outfit? I don't think so. I do understand what everyone else has been trying to tell me all this time, and they are not mistaken. This is my own shadow, and just as it has for everyone else, the shadow must represent the real me, no? So I need to stop messing around. Arachne slaps herself on the cheek with a loud smack. Her ass cheek, that is. This is a new beginning for the new me, for the hopeless and uncool nincompoop I've been hiding within me all this time. Yes, I've been fighting the wrong battle from the start. I pitted myself against the wrong enemy. Thank you so much for your help, Arathan. I'm so glad to have come to Tokyo and have met you. Not just you, but everyone I have met there. You okay, dude? You're not nutting right now, are you? Right back at you, sweetie. Glad I could be friends with you, too. Tokyo is a great place, isn't it? Me missing the prompts. I feel so revitalized now. Nopers. That's too bad. But, you know, even Tokyo is not perfect. I have my share of misgivings about life in the city, too. The people here are just as apt to lose sight of their true selves, but in a different manner than back in my homeland. And is it not such a waste to know that so many people carry such wonderful charms within them, never to be seen? Are you saying we don't know ourselves, or that we don't notice our own shadows? I'm kind of losing the plot here. We have already addressed many hidden charms, like the ones I helped Wakantanka, Zavani, and Suzuka discover. But those were the parts of them they did not wish to acknowledge. Some people do not even know the shadows they bear. I beg your pardon. You lost me again. Get us up on my shadows off. Oh, shadows. There was a super charismatic DJ at a club I attended some time ago. I'm coming! He sang every word he spoke, and in wriggled no less. Yep, that's me all step. Oh no! That's not what I meant to do. One such verse was something like, "My dear stray sheep, we all part from our shadows, knowing not to whom they belong." That caught my attention, but not as much as the many shadows behind him. I found myself a bit overwhelmed by his presence. Or maybe it's not him, I don't know. Many of my creations I feared featured as display items at my store were inspired by the encounter on that fateful day. Oh yes, the edgy-looking outfits? I just ran into that very DJ in the Ayama. Oh, I see. I thought it might not have been him because he didn't mention that we already saw him, but maybe he just didn't ID properly. Oh, so you know him. What a spectacular coincidence. We did not have a chance to exchange business cards that day, so I've been uncertain since then where to find him. But I'm uncertain I will see him again, and when I do, I shall thank him properly. His presence was so very stimulating. At any rate, there is still so much to be done, or rather, so much that I yet wish to do. Arachne stops talking for what seems like the first time in an hour. She seems to be either collecting her thoughts or attempting to sort through all the things she's just told you. She gets up and somewhat unconsciously begins heading to her room. Fortunately, you find it to be a tad less in shambles than the rest of her apartment. In the end, it does not seem that I will be able to make those sales for Monsieur Housamo, which means I will not be able to participate in the fashion show. Perhaps I am still too much of an amateur where it counts. I'm sorry to disappoint you, honey, but it looks like I shall not be needing your help anymore. I am throwing in the towel. But I do owe you a tremendous debt of gratitude. It is thanks to you that I have grown as a person this week. Monsieur Housamo has also done so much to help me learn and grow. So I shall have to thank him as well when I am better rested. Oh, and we must not forget Monsieur Sasako. I also have to thank him. Arachne's exhaustion catches up with her, causing her to suddenly doze off mid-sentence. Whatever little energy she had regained during her rest at the hospital has once again been completely spent. The look on her face is peaceful but defeated. Alright, who are we calling? Quietly, so as not to wake the sleeping Arachne, you sneak out of her room, step outside, and take your phone in hand. All hope is not yet lost for a happy ending in this story. Hello again, Monsieur Housamo. I am sorry to bother you during this busy time.
Not at all, Madame Arachne. I heard you had your health rests to a poor yield, so it's good to see you up and about.
No. That was but a misfire. My buttons were simply done up incorrectly. The problem has been resolved, I assure you. I've taken the time to rest and recover, and am now right as the rain. Which brings me to my twofold reason for coming today. First, I wanted to inquire with you about my sales in light of our agreement concerning the Tokyo Mode Collection fashion show. I hesitate to ask, but what decision have you reached on this matter? During their first meeting, Arachne has a look of desperation and indignation in her eyes, but no more. She now stands before Guillermo as a calm, professional businesswoman. Having taken the time she needs to rest and reflect, she has firmly steeled herself to receive and accept his final verdict, knowing full well what it inevitably must be.
I'm sorry to say, but your sales were non-existent. Therefore, I'm afraid I personally can't give you the go-ahead. Or I can't personally give it.
But of course, I expected as much. I am forced to admit that my performance was quite poor. I still have much to learn.
I are taking this rejection much better than I would have imagined. I was braced for quite an impact, you might say.
I am not sure I caught that. Either way, if you have nothing else for me, I shall take my leave. But before I do, I must express my heartfelt gratitude. If not for your challenge, I would have missed an incredible learning opportunity.
Hey, hold on there just a moment, please. I was hoping you might be open to discussing a separate business matter.
Pardon? You wish to discuss other business with me?
Although your assaults proved unsatisfactory at the venue, your handiwork is generating quite a lot of buzz online. Photos of the commissioned garments you've made have been circling around the net to overwhelmingly positive feedback.
Oh, this must be the work of Ayrton.
Many users have expressed a desire to commission their own outfits from you, at your convenience.
After assuring Arachne that each of the senders has given full permission to their emos to be shared with her, Guillermo shows her a number of highlights to illustrate his point.
I can assure you, Arachne's clothing is like the best in Tokyo. Her outfit will make you the piece de resistance, is that right? Of any party, and can be paid off in sums if need be.
Monsieur Sasagwa, you clearly were so tired of my shenanigans, yet you would write such a nice thing about me. Arachne's clothing is helping support the many aspiring athletes at our school. As a representative, I felt it prudent to reach out in support of her continued activities in the field of fashion. Imagine the potential for publicity if one of our students were to go professional, all the while wearing her brand. Yeah, a montage of her supporters. It is pretty cute, isn't it? That doctor sure knows how to make a pitch, though I do sense a certain opportunism from his words. Maybe it is just me. I mean, it's mutual.
In all things, those who came before us must act as guides to the next generation. To that end, the young girl has done a great thing for us, and helped guide us onward. We're very indebted indeed.
I have helped to guide them. Amazing. I never imagined something like this would be said of me.
I, Gyobu, as a representative of the people of Kabukicho, hereby declare a collective show of support for this designer. Nothing in life happens by chance, so I believe our meeting was destined. And that's lots of fame will be hers soon enough.
I've even won the support of Kabukicho's head honcho. How many head honchos are there?
Well deserved, I'd say. Even quite through quite the trial, after all. And I think you're ready to take the next step.
Wait, what's he doing here? Arachne freezes at the sound of the sudden booming voice that shakes the entire room. She turns around to see Matsumara stepping into Gima's office, grinning ear to ear.
Finally back in tippy-top shape, are you? By the looks of it, you should be able to handle any job thrown your way.
Mr. Artisan Man, what are you doing here? Oh, did you have a hand in this as well?
No, there's no time to worry about why I'm here. Not while you've got a big show to be preparing for.
Big show? What show might be that?
Oh, come on, Matsumara. Why do you have to go and ruin the surprise? I was just building up for the big reveal.
Wait. What? Will somebody please explain to me what's going on here?
Long story short, it's too late to fit you into the main fashion show. The schedule's already set. So, we made you a new stage. We call it the Tokyo Mode Collection Summer Swimwear Spectacular. There's only a week left though, so you'll need to prepare both the swimsuits and models to wear them before then. I understand the timing's tight, but what do you think? Can you imagine it?
Are you? I mean... Yuma's question completely stuns Arachne for a moment. But once she's overcome the initial shock, she raises her arms high into the air, only just barely resisting the urge to fist pump. Fist pumping Arachne, gotta see it. Just who do you think you're talking to with such a silly question as that? This is your girl here, Tokyo's #1 top fashion designer. There is no time frame too tight, and no job I cannot do. And I shall prove my worthiness to you once and for all, right now.
What the?
With a snap of her fingers, the lights in Yuma's office, nowhere else, suddenly go out, draping the room in complete darkness. Arachne's voice echoes through the inky blackness, seeming much more sinister now that she's only can be heard and not seen. I did not think I would have a chance to use it, but now I'm glad I brought the suitcase with me today.
Madame Arachne, just what do you think you're doing? I'm your client. Is this any way to treat a client?
You raised concerns about a tight schedule. Well, this should alleviate those concerns entirely. After their guerrilla fashion show, you will wonder how you ever could have doubted my readiness.
Such an elaborate production for just the two of us? Are you mad? The cost performance of it is abhorrent even to imagine.
No, sweetie. This fashion show was curated for your eyes only. So, what are we waiting for? Prepare to be dazzled. Well, you know we should have Suzuka's outfit ready. But I don't know about the rest. Here in Roppongi, occurring for the 4th time, it is the return of Arachne's guerrilla fashion show. Surely you do not believe your girl has just been in bed resting since her last all-sizing bell, do you?
Ugh. Do you mean to say you've prepared an entire presentation just to keep me in your back pocket? What's actually going on here? Are you about to perform some kind of magical show or something?
Oh, are we actually still doing with Matsubara? I guess he did see his inner side. My client this time is this hunky boulder of an artisan man with a burning heart devoted to his chosen craft. His days are spent forging not just metal but his own muscles and future, along with the skills of his apprentice.
Oh, the spotlight's on me. The question is, where's the voice of its operator coming from? Wait, I've got it. This is a bodybuilding competition, isn't it?
Uh-huh. Please pretend you never saw that, everyone. Fashion show, babe. It is a fashion show, so keep those clothes on if you would please, for now.
Sorry about that. Muscle memory, I suppose. I think of bodybuilding and the shirt comes off.
The sun's trip, instantaneous. He's had a lot of practice, hasn't he?
Let's continue and pretend we didn't see that, please. I must admit I am curious.
My sincerest apologies. Now let us proceed to the actual showcase. With its artisan's rock hard cock and brawny dick, sorry, rock hard and brawny veneer, one may be tempted to forget that he is actually a professor. Is he? Therefore, he requires a suit that befits a variety of occasions while downplaying his Herculean frame without undermining it. To that end, I made use of a flexible synthetic fiber that's meant to every bend and twist with little to no resistance. No matter how heated the debate, this stretch suit will never wear. You can pound the podium to your heart's content, as well as my ass. Rock hard.
Rock hard! Yeah! This is unbelievable! Why, I'll never wear this out. Not in a million years.
Oh, please, it may be heavily resistant, but it is in poor taste to actively try damaging it during its debut. There is more to this stretch suit than meets the eye, but you shall have to wait to see another time to learn all its secrets. And this marks the closing of Arachne's 4th guerrilla fashion show. Monsieur Yumo, your impressions, s'il vous plaît?
A very engaging presentation, Madame Arachne. I am confident the special stage you prepared will be put to good use. Sure caught me by surprise. Never would have guessed you had a suit like this planned for me.
But of course, that is simply what a good designer does. You of all people should understand this well. I take pride in my work and put everything I have into making the best garments for every one of my clients.
Am I a client though? I don't remember ever asking you for a suit. What made you decide to do this?
I must admit, when I commenced your all-size email, I was not properly prepared for it. Yet even in such a faltering state of mind, I could sense that I was being guided, that you were fighting for my betterment. That is when I felt the essence of your inner professor and the care you hold for your students, and I heard your wordless plea. So, what do you think? A suit like this is not just for when you must give lectures or attend school conferences. You could wear it on your downtime just as well. Your apprentices certainly seem fond of the idea.
I see. So it wasn't me who commissioned the suit. It was my adorable apprentices. Those lovable so-and-sos.
I've turned over a new leaf. From here on out, I have decided to embrace the parts of myself I've always fought to hide.
You hear that, old business partner, old pal? Seems you were right. There was nothing to worry about at all.
Arthur? Surprise! Those are really... Let's find ourselves some models. Time to slay, girl. I just never would have expected to find you here as well. Could it be? Did you recommend me as well? Or might you perhaps be responsible for arranging this whole show of support? He turns so in a pin. In a pin? Oh, you mean he takes it off in a pin? Yeah, in a pinch. No, you are simply a fashionista like moi, and you saw the tide is turning. What more needs to be said? You are a natural, sweetie. So, shall we get to it then? We have a long and arduous non-stop week of work ahead of us. That had better be a joke, unless you really like that hospital. Once again reinvigorated with confidence and energized by a new sense of self, Arachne steels herself for the upcoming venture. The climax of this year's summer a la mode is just around the corner, and it promises to be a stunningly stylish spectacle. Oh boy, we did it! We're finally over this. Probably, maybe. I'll just have to confirm it. Come on. Alright, so the next part is indeed episode 6. So today we have finished episodes 4 and 5, so I'm calling it quits for now. Let's just head back to our base of my cutie patooties right here and turn on the music and switch ourselves to the end screen. Good stream, thank you. The turn sees sacred artifact in a pin. He turns his sacred artifact into a pin. Okay, I'm still unsure what you're saying, but I understand it a bit better, I guess. But anyway, yeah, that was this stream. What we covered was Suzuka and Arachne are apparently now besties, and as well as sisters, so that's probably my favorite part. She even ended up staying there and getting drunk, so that's fun. And also, the way Suzuka just charmed them, oh man, that was total girl boss. Not even boss, just girl boss, just like boss in general. Like, goddamn. That's what like I strive to be, in terms of just being that flattering and charming to anyone, having that confidence stride and just completely twist someone to do your bidding. I totally like that from Arachne. But yeah, in terms of Matsumaru's part, it ended up being more Arachne's part, which I suppose isn't completely a surprise, since he was the one who commissioned her in the first place to the task of making clothing for everyone. But yeah, it was neat that even despite those tough circumstances, Arachne was able to figure out in a pinch that yes, he did have that inner side of him that he wants to be a professor and also wants to be a mentor that helps his fellow, you know, what should we call it, Kowai or. And yeah, Suzuka also learned in herself
or at least we learned about Suzuka that she wants to be seen as reliable. And I don't know why, but everyone seems to see themselves as a leader there, but Suzuka even more so. And she totally led the floor there, so I'll give her credit for that. And Araki helped her even shine more, but together it was a cooperative effort in that case for Suzuka to just completely stomp the competition out. Those do they call them hazers? Yeah. But yeah, tomorrow I will be resuming and completing the stream with episode 6 and the epilogue. Then we should be able to see the outcome of what happens with this fashion show for summer clothing. I already know that she's sure to have some inspiration with Suzuka, so that should be interesting to see. I do like Suzuka's bikini, but everyone else's naked skin is like everyone else's default skin. It's kind of funny because the default skins for these fashionista things are these second naked uniforms, the swimmer outfits, and not the primary uniforms that Rack designed. So that's peculiar, but it is what it is. But yeah, thank you for joining me, everyone. It was a pleasure to stream this to you all. I'm enjoying this story so far, and I can't wait to finish it tomorrow. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye. 3 p.m. tomorrow. Bye.